Assemble. It's the TPA podcast. Team Petty Asshole. 3/5 of them. Pretty soon will be 4/5. What's up, guys? We are here, episode 27. Thank you, James, my estranged, awful, horrible son, abortion to my life, for coming up with the title "Fuck Money: The Story of Virgil," which we will get to probably later. The living legend, Virgil. And guys, how do you spell man?
Becky Lynch.
Brandon, how do you spell man?
Becky Lynch.
Olivegarden. But yes, Becky Lynch as well. Never mind. All right, guys, what's up?
Why am I with you?
I don't know. I cannot answer that, actually.
Because he's a freak in the bed?
You know what? Sure.
There's got to be something in that relationship.
There can't be anything else.
No matter how shallow, there's something.
Well, thank you too. Well, fuck you too, Brandon. Okay. You're Rico Suave over here. Okay, Mr. Rico Suave, Brandon Best.
Even Snooki and the situation had something.
Are you?
Oh my god!
Is it worse? Okay, is it worse that you're comparing me to the situation, or please don't tell me you're comparing Asia to Snooki, because that would be no. Please don't.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I was comparing you to the situation, though. I was absolutely.
Well, there you go.
I mean, at least you got a cokehead and about to go to jail and serve life in prison.
Yeah, I mean, at least I have. Hey, trust me, I don't need drugs to be stupid. Okay, trust me.
Well, I mean, hey, at least you're jacked.
Hey, Jackie, what's up? We're talking about Asia and I's relationship.
Oh, goody.
And I made a Jersey Shore comparison.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the situation.
Please tell me it's the one I'm thinking of.
Comparing me to the situation, I'll go with that. Although, I mean, he has way better abs, but don't compare Asia to Snooki. That's insulting.
You're not in jail for tax evasion.
Exactly. Thank you, Asia.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. We will talk about the story of Virgil in a couple hours. But first, hey, Jackie, what's up?
Not much. Off for the weekend. Thank God.
Same.
I hear your work is hell. It's like mine. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So I guess it's pretty crazy. It can be, yes.
The Christmas rush is over, and now we are playing fun with rearrange the store because everything is clearance.
Did you have a Super Bowl rush at all?
Sort of. Not really.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, are we live? Okay, 2 watching. It doesn't say how many are watching on here.
No one's watching. They have better things to be doing with their lives.
No, they fucking don't.
Jesus, right.
They have nothing to do with their fucking life.
I mean, it's a Friday night. I mean, hey, if bars are open.
What they gonna do other than suck dick?
Drink.
I mean, eat pussy? I don't know. Eat pussy.
Drink. A lot. They're going to drink heavily.
They're going to drink, suck dick, drink, go to bed, drink.
No,
and then,
they're not even going to go to bed. They're going to wake up on
the
floor of the bar. Like, there's going to be a lampshade over their head. There's going to be tattoos and lipstick.
And in James' case, probably going to try to kill himself. Or probably go to Japan.
Probably meaning definitely.
No, he's going to go to Japan to kill himself.
Yeah, he's going to first of all, James, congratulations for going to Japan. I mean, that's a much better place to kill yourself than here because America sucks. But yeah, he's going to Japan just to kill himself. I mean, he's
please take me with you to Japan. I need to get out, please.
Japanese suicide is a fucking ceremony. They play that.
James is such an egotist. He wants his own ceremony. He wants everyone to.
Speaking of, you guys know what the ceremony for seppuku is, right?
I've heard that they're crazy, but I don't know exactly the ceremony.
You essentially lay a towel out that has either a katana or a knife. I
Damn.
think it's a katana. You essentially lay a towel out. You essentially do a little prayer. Drink, I think, a last thing of sake.
That was probably spiked by someone in AAA with marijuana or cocaine.
No, it's just literally just regular sake. As kind of like a last, like, not like mural quest, but kind of like a last honorable, like, hey, this is my last like thing.
Nice.
And then you brandish the blade, and then you just gut yourself, and that's it.
Harakiri.
And you do that, and the towel's there to basically let the blood seep into the towel.
God damn, Japan does it. When Japan does everything better, including suicide.
Because it's supposed
kill yourself honorably and noble. It has to be neat.
We just don't care. We just jump off a roof or like drown ourselves.
Or we put a gun to our head, or we
and even in the worst way possible, the laziest way, just overdose on pills.
No,
we're not glorifying suicide here. We are just, No.
Don't. Anyone that goes to Japan, killing yourself is not part of the great experience. Just do everything else. But I'm just saying,
Japan. Japan. They're about honor and everything, life and death.
Exactly, as it should be. Hey,
that's a thing. That Senpuku's a thing in sumo matches, right?
Yeah.
If the ref makes a mistake, like he kills himself, I don't give a fuck in Japan.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know. Wait, the referee that like.
Yeah, if the ref makes a bad call, a mistake in a sumo match, he will kill himself.
Oh shit!
Like legit, they keep a blade next to them.
Oh.
If they make a bad call, they kill themselves.
Holy fuck, dude! Call you better damn. There's no rigged. I guess there's no rigged officiating in sumo.
You know what? Let's take some Japanese culture and put it in the WWE.
Put it in the NFL. Put it in the NFL. Give each referee a blade. For each flag they put on. Dude, imagine how nervous every play challenge, like any time a coach challenges a play, everyone's gonna get like so fucking nervous.
And the ref's gonna be sweating because like, oh shit.
Wait, he sees the ref, the coach is there, and he's like, okay, the coach challenges the player. We're gonna look back at it. And he does one knee. He does like the cross of his arms.
And the ref makes a good call. He's like, you probably just hear the biggest sigh of relief.
And he's like, the play has been reversed. First down for New England. And Mom, I hope you're watching. I love you.
Yes.
Beautiful. So anyways, we got wrestling to talk about, I guess.
I guess we should probably get to that.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. Imagine Akibona versus Big Show. How much better that would have been.
Stop.
Okay, anyway. On to Raw.
Stop.
So we get to Monday Night Raw.
We opened up the show with Stephanie McMahon in the ring.
The creator of women's wrestling.
Even before she was about to introduce the man, Becky Lynch just interrupts her, comes to the ring. Stephanie is just on her fake shit, praising Becky. And then Becky, she's like, well, Becky, you're injured. Your knee at the Rumble.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
She's like, I want you to kick Ronda's ass, but we can't allow a liability such as your knee. And if you don't go to the doctor, I'm going to have to suspend you. We all know the reason why. We all know the reason why Becky won't go to the doctor, because this whole storyline is playing off the real life situation from November last year, when Becky went to the doctor after her concussion, her nose breaking because of Nia Jax. They didn't clear her, and they took her match with Ronda Rousey off the tape.
It also plays off another real life situation with Becky Lynch, but we can talk about that later if you want.
Yes, that too. But she was like, I'm not going to go to the doctor. And then Steph's like, well, I'm going to have to suspend you. she slaps Stephanie, takes her down. She's trying to put on the disarmer, but her knee gives out. And then at one point, Stephanie kicks her in the knee. Clever bitch. Such a clever bitch. And yeah, Becky Lynch is suspended.
Because Becky Lynch is like, bitch, I am not Sin Cara. I ain't Mystico. I ain't gonna call off a doctor on a bruised knee. Hell no.
So thoughts on that segment alone?
Becky Lynch is God. Becky Lynch is God. That's my thought.
I watched that segment, and after that I immediately turned off Raw. Not because it was bad, because
nothing's topping it. Nothing's topping it. Here's the thing. I watched that segment once. The segment on SmackDown I watched about 10 times, but we'll get to that when we get to SmackDown. But this was also great. Becky Lynch is a badass. She is beating up Stephanie McMahon. She has fulfilled the Ronda Rousey role correctly this time in this feud.
Like Becky's
remember they tried this with Ronda when she came in with Stephanie McMahon, and it worked for a while, but
yeah, they tried with Ronda, but Becky's face when Stephanie brought up like when Nia broke your face, and then you're injured, and she's going to have to take away the match, possibly take away Becky's like suspender and all that shit. Like Becky's facial expressions, I haven't given her credit that much on it, but
they're great. Her smug, I don't give a shit what you're talking about face is the best.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. And, like, again, what an upgrade from Ronda versus Steph. And Ronda versus Triple H. But, you know, we'll get to that when we get to it.
For SummerSlam is that it's going to possibly be, again, Becky Lynch versus Stephanie.
It's going to be very interesting how they're going to, like, prolong the story until August.
Well, Becky moves over to Raw more likely after she wins the title from Ronda Rousey, and instead Stephanie tries to make her life a living hell. I mean, you just basically...
Yeah. It's basically how when Austin won the title at WrestleMania 14. Oh no, wait, I'm triggering fans. I brought up Austin. Oh, shit.
Like you add to the fans, because basically that whole segment was a playoff to the whole segment with Vince and Steve Austin when like Vince
can I explain it, because I've watched that segment about 10 times. So
okay, yeah.
This is after SummerSlam '97 when Owen Hart did the sit-down tombstone on Austin and broke his neck. Austin somehow won the title due to a roll-up, which was dumb, but hey, whatever. Which led to this segment about a month later. Austin comes out with the title. Vince announces him to come out, and before this segment, like, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks of Austin stunning. Like, he's stunned Jim Ross, he's stunned fucking Jerry Lawler, he's stunned, I think, Sergeant Slaughter. Everyone telling him to give up the title, until eventually Vince McMahon, who was not really outed as the boss of the company just yet, he was about to pretty soon, was going to interview Austin and was going to, like, report to him that the doctors have told him you must relinquish this title, blah blah blah, or something like being suspended, shit like that, because you're not able to compete. And he's like, Austin says, I appreciate the fact that you're concerned about my health. I also appreciate the fact that you can kiss my ass. Boom, Stone Cold Stunner. McMahon takes the worst fucking sell to a stunner you'll ever see in your life. He starts fucking like bobbing his head for some reason. But yeah, that's basically what happened here. Stephanie is like, you're hurt. We can't have someone injured in the main event of WrestleMania. You must relinquish this title. Or you must relinquish this title shot, and we're just gonna have to assume it's gonna go to Charlotte. Becky's like, fuck you, I'm beating the shit out of you, and I'm off. The only difference is that Becky did not get arrested. Austin did get arrested, which was great. But yeah, it's almost like a mirror image, and yet people are getting triggered by it, which, you know, again, Attitude Era fans, you know, are very prideful about their good old days of wrestling.
But don't they want the Attitude Era back?
Run, dude, right? Jesus, they talk about all the time. I want the Attitude. Well, there you go. You got your soul. But she's a woman. No, shut the fuck up.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you daddy, you motherfucker.
She'll never be Stone Cold. How dare you compare it? Like, no one. Like, for some people, nobody in this era are going to compare to Austin, because you know what? The basic fact is, you grew up with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So yeah, no one's going to compare to him in your mind.
We're not saying she is,
She's not.
but
And I'm kind of sick of people comparing her to other wrestlers. She's the first Becky Lynch.
And hasn't Austin come out and said, like, yeah, I don't really want you comparing me to her because we're two different things?
Yes, because Austin has a fucking brain.
Did he actually say that? I can't remember if he came out and said that. I'm pretty
Austin
sure.
is a huge Becky Lynch fan. I mean, come on now.
like I get the similarities. I get why people are comparing them with the similarities and stuff. But at the end of the day, Becky Lynch is Becky Lynch.
Well, some idiot compared her to CM Punk for no fucking reason whatsoever.
Well, Becky Lynch is actually main inventing a WrestleMania.
Yep.
I mean, okay, the one thing you can say about them that kind of connects them is they're both really good on the mic and pretty good in the ring on both accounts, but that's really it.
The only similarity is that they were both the hottest act in the company at one point. Which, in that case, you can compare her to anyone. You can compare her to Daniel Bryan. You can compare her to Austin. You can compare her to The Rock. You can compare her to fucking, fuck Hogan, but in 1984, people fucking ate the vitamins, said the prayers. You can compare her to any fucking face of a company that was white hot.
Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer. They forced him down their throats. Come on now. Tommy Dreamer was the Roman Reigns of ECW. It was the 90s, so they accepted it.
So we've moved from the Stephanie segment to Becky comes back from commercial. She's walking, and then you see Ronda Rousey. She's like, how could you attack Stephanie McMahon? You pretty much threw our Mania match out the window by being... And I'm sitting here thinking, like, Ronda, didn't you get your Mania match, your first match in WWE last year by attacking Stephanie and putting your hands on Triple H too?
Hypocrisy.
Didn't you attack the security and Kurt Angle, who was the GM at the time, and Alexa Bliss, and that's how you got your title shot? And you got suspended?
But hypocrisy is real.
But because you're the Raw Women's Champion, you think you're hot shit. I will give you one quiz, though. You did have a good line at the end when you said ice and apple, bitch.
She said it really quickly, so I could barely tell what she said, but yeah, it was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, it was by far her best promo of the night.
Until what we got later.
I said her best promo of the night. That's what I meant. By far, her best promo of the night. Oh my god. When we get to, you want to get to that?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we get to build up because we're building up to, I think this Monday, right? Or no, at Chamber of Fashion, we're getting Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott, which I'm so happy that Ruby's getting a title shot. She's going to lose, but I'm happy she's getting a title shot, even though hasn't she been losing most of the time? Whatever. It's cool. Ruby Riott's awesome. But to build up to that, they schedule Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. And Squash. Liv Morgan, unfortunately, the jobber of the Riot Squad.
And then what we get?
Wait, Becky, what were you gonna say? Because we're about to go into a whole different level.
Let me go play the promo, okay? Let me go play the fucking.
So wait, Jackie, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just agreeing with Asia. Squash match.
Oh yeah. The Sarah Logan match, however, was really good, and I like that they're showing Sarah Logan to be pretty strong, actually, which is awesome.
I'm surprised that they didn't make Sarah the jobber.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Be grateful they didn't.
What? Who else here has a problem with me? All you guys are sitting here in the seat of your seats booing me. You guys hear me and glaring at me. Will someone do something, huh? Yes? Someone do something. Come on, Sarah. You want to look all tough? You want to skin me like one of your rabbits? Come on.
Rousey is irate. Did she just challenge?
Do you want to skin me like one of your rabbits?
Hey.
Rabbits?
Hey, don't kink shame. If Ronda's into that, we should respect that.
Rabbits? What?
The only time I've seen rabbit skinned was in Red Dead Redemption. But other than that, I even looked it up. I think it's a Viking ritual, but because I know Sarah Rowe is a Viking.
Because she's a hick who lives in the woods.
But I mean, yeah, okay, so I guess it's like a hick, but what?
That's the worst promo of 2019.
Well, by far. And let's be real, that's one of the few things we actually understood. What else did she say? She like mumbled through everything.
Something about the fans booing and glaring at her.
Glaring at her. Look at all these people glaring at me.
Rhonda, breathe.
Someone do something.
Don't
And not
don't rush your promos. Take your time.
Why was she in such a hurry?
I don't know. But I mean,
Someone do something. Someone do something.
let's by comparison, let's look at some great promo-ists.
Jake Roberts.
I was just about to bring him up.
Ah, there you go. Very slow, methodical. You can understand every word that he says.
Did he rush through his promos?
No, you can literally hear clearly every word that he says. Another example, Paul Heyman. We can shit on Paul Heyman all we want, but we understand what Paul Heyman says.
Yeah.
Another example, Raven. Dear sweet lovable Raven.
Yes.
Fucking there's so many. Come on, Ric Flair. I mean, yes, he was probably incoherent for half of it, but
Rhonda,
that's not a good
no need to
example.
rush or be incoherent. That was the Ultimate Warrior's job.
But at least,
load the spaceship up with the rocket fuel.
at least Ultimate Warrior had cocaine, okay?
Everyone had cocaine.
He had lots of cocaine.
I'm starting to wonder, is it like a personal problem with Rhonda, like speech impediment?
I don't think it is, because she sounds, like, in interviews, she sounds fine. I think it's just, again, it's the fucking fans. She's not good at, reacting to people booing her. She's not good at...
She's not used to reacting to wrestling fans and wrestling crowds.
Not to mention...
And nobody prepared for how harsh they were going to be on her.
Not to mention with pro wrestling,
Welcome
especially
to being
WWE,
WWE's cash cow.
Especially with WWE, with pro wrestling and mic work, you have to censor yourself with certain words you can't say. Mixed martial arts, they don't give a fuck. And I think that's also a problem, is Ronda's having to censor herself with things she probably wants to say, but she can't say.
Ronda, it's just...
Like I said, there's definitely that, and I don't think that anybody prepared her for how harsh a wrestling
They prepared her in the ring.
was going to be. Welcome to being WWE's cash cow, girl.
Yeah, and I'll give her this. They prepared her for the in-ring stuff. She's learning the in-ring stuff very well, very quickly, for her first year in being wrestling. I'll give her that. But they clearly have not. They clearly have not.
Being the Roman Reigns of women.
Yeah. Wait, what?
They didn't prepare her for taking a Roman style spot in the women's division. That is one thing they could never prepare her for.
Because
the Roman is Charlotte of the women's division.
Oh, I know Charlotte's the Roman of the women's division, but right now the person in that spot as WWE's cash cow and getting all the negative reactions for it is Ronda.
Yeah,
and WWE's cash cow that's in the spot but not getting negative reactions is Becky Lynch.
Well, the thing is, I don't think they thought of Ronda getting that negative reaction in the first place.
Well,
because
I would like to say how it pretty much led up to this. They went from having her face heels and Alexa, Nikki Bella, and Stephanie McMahon to her facing we don't really give a shit about her and Nia Jax, to putting her up against fan favorites and Bayley, Sasha, Becky Lynch. Of course, people gonna cheer Becky Lynch over Ronda Rousey. And you had Bully Ray and his podcast. They we're gonna cheer for Ronda because everyone's so blind. They have that blind love of Becky Lynch.
Blind love
to Ronda Rousey. I will never like Ronda Rousey, and I have my reasons. The booking, her comments she said in the past, how she's just so unlikable, and her fake feminism bullshit. She's all about empowering women, but she tears down trans women because their genitalia is not wanting to fight in MMA. But just because I don't like you, I can still give your ass credit. Her promo she had against Becky when Becky was out there smucking her ass off, it was good. The Avil, Ice and Avil line bitch, that was good. But as much as I can praise you, I can still critique your ass. That promo I just played, that she just mumbled and just stuttered her way through it.
And
That was bad.
since it's pro wrestling, we can also boo her. What the hell's the
Yes.
problem with that? We choose Becky over Ronda. What
I'm
is that blind love?
I'm sorry, but I've been saying this for the longest time. Whoever you put up against Becky Lynch, they automatically fuck. The only one that hasn't been fucked really is Asuka. But even then, she hasn't been on TV for the past 2 weeks.
And another thing, really. Well, no, Asuka got booed one night.
Oh yeah, that one night, but that because she attacked Becky.
Tavares, hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm not going to be here long. I just wanted to give my whole thoughts on this situation.
Okay. Yeah, just sister's birthday. Happy birthday.
You guys get your points down. I'll go ahead and say my whole part about the Ronda.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. We just played that incredible promo she cut on Raw talking about skinning farm animals and shit.
And I don't even think that they do that.
No, I think that's no, Vikings don't do that. I think someone brought up it's either a reference to her being a Viking or her being like because her
how she was brought up, like hunting for her food.
Yeah, well, her character that the WWE gave her like is like a Southern hick, you know.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a reference to hick thing. It's a reference to her being a hick.
Which I thought they were getting away from.
They slowly kind of are, but
yeah,
not
like.
But you can expect Ronda to screw that up still.
And the last thing, having this person that's been on an undefeated streak for 1 year, it's one thing if it's like Bianca Belair in NXT, but you having her beat multiple wrestlers who've been spending their time on the grind, especially a Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch, and just basically like, no, they're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like someone who just came from another sport and just basically beat them all. Like, no.
I mean,
especially looking at if she doesn't put anyone over clean at WrestleMania. If this is
that's another thing. That's my fear. If it becomes a triple threat and Becky pins Charlotte, and it's like, oh, so Ronda Rousey is gonna leave and not put anyone fucking over.
That is what I'm 100% is going to happen. If they do bring Charlotte in, it's like the Young Bucks situation. She's only there to eat the pin.
To protect Ronda Rousey's ego. For real.
Because Ronda does not want to take an L, period.
Exactly.
That's why she
like when I heard
that's why she moved to WWE. Because again, like she took those losses in the UFC, that hurt her ego so much. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna come into WWE. I like this stuff, and I can just win every match.
Like here's the thing: when I saw it on my timeline that it was reported from Meltzer, even though it's Meltzer, I still believe it. For some reason, I would believe WWE would do this. Like they wanted to add Charlotte in. I at first I got upset, but then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. No, she's only going to be there to eat the pin. This is the exact same thing that happened with New Japan with God. Evil Sonata and the Young Bucks. They only brought in the Young Bucks to eat the pin because they still wanted the God to look strong because not only were they the tag champs, but they still had the 6-man belts. And they wanted them to look strong and still, like, even though they wanted them to lose the belts, they wanted them to look strong.
And another bad part about Charlotte being the triple threat, and this goes back to SmackDown, Asuka's fucked.
Exactly! Yeah. That's why I didn't want Charlotte in. Because what's Asuka going to do now?
See, this is why you should have Bianca Belair win at TakeOver and have Shayna called up so Shayna could face Asuka.
Exactly, Asia, I agree.
But we gotta keep Shayna in NXT for some stupid fucking reason, aka the fucking ponies, because the ponies ain't shit without Shayna Baszler. Let's keep it all the way fucking 100.
Yeah, exactly.
They really aren't, because the ponies aren't ready yet.
They aren't.
And from the looks of it, I don't think they're going to be ready anytime soon.
Exactly. So it's like, WWE, you really started hinting at this feud. I was saying that at Rumble. They started hinting at this feud way too soon. because the ponies are not going to be ready in time.
They're not close. They're not even close to ready. Why even do the Four Horsewomen feud when you have 4 world champions in the WWE Four Horsewomen? The weak link to us is Charlotte. To them, it's Bayley. And even then, Charlotte has had great matches, even though we don't really consider her a great wrestler.
Here's the difference between both Four Horsewomen. The WWE Four Horsewoman has 1 weak link. The other Horsewoman got 2.
They have 1,
and possibly 3.
No, here's the thing. No.
They have 17. It's not even fucking close.
I'll rephrase it. I'll rephrase it. The WWE Four Horsewomen have 1 weak link. The MMA Four Horsewomen have 1 strong link, Shayna Baszler. And
exactly.
Because I mean, Ronda's good in the ring, but on the mic and as a character, she is just not ready.
And like, I'll give a little comparison. This is exactly what they're doing to Shayna on NXT. What they're doing with Drew on the main roster. They keep sticking him with albatrosses, which is going to mess him up, but in a way. But while trying to elevate the one around them.
It's messed up Shayna to me. And don't even get me started on the other 2. Oh my god.
Traverse, now that you say that, because, Asia and I, we constantly go back and forth, but now that you say that, it's making me look at the Bianca Shayna thing in a new light.
And Dominique even said what I'm feeling the most. We're gonna get Asuka versus Mandy versus Sonya versus Carmella. We're gonna have a multi-woman match on the pre-show. Asuka does
more than likely.
Asuka is not pre-show.
Man, I told y'all the tag titles and then the whole Becky Charlotte Ronda feud. Asuka was gonna be the afterthought in this whole situation. That's how it was gonna be anyone at this point. Anyone who was going to smack that woman's title around Rumble to Mania season was gonna be fucked at this point. And that's why I say I wanted Charlotte to win the title at TLC. I wanted Charlotte to win. That's why I say I wanted Charlotte to win the title at TLC, because that takes it out the Rumble, that took it out the Ronda Becky storyline, and you just have Asuka versus Charlotte, and you just have Asuka.
But here's something I have to ask you, Asia. Would you believe WWE to not mess that storyline up, even if they did have Charlotte win the title?
Oh yeah, I still find a way.
Because here's the thing, they would have finagled some way to have Charlotte versus Ronda, champion versus champion.
Ugh.
Think about it.
Unless they want to end
WWE would have found some way to do it.
Unless they want to end the brand split.
That's probably how they were going to do it. They were probably going to end the brand split just for that.
No, because we just heard there's going to be a superstar shakeup, right?
Yeah, shakeup.
So yeah, I don't think the brand split's going to happen this year for sure.
But I'd like to get to my whole issue with Ronda. My issues with Ronda are personal issues, not professional.
Same.
And to Bully Ray's credit, all the stuff he said about Blonde Love, Bully didn't say that. That was his co-host.
Yeah, that was the other guy. Yeah.
His co-host said all of that. Bully, for the most part, has been on Becky's side. He's been for Becky in most of it.
Right.
Here's the thing.
Maybe he can smack some sense into Velvet Sky.
Oh, that's not happening.
No.
Jesus.
You better off playing the lottery. But
you are so right.
But back to my issue with Ronda. Then I'm gonna have to go ahead and get off so I can finish this whole thing with my sister. Right. Here's the thing. Like everyone, like he was saying, but like I'm supposed to root for Ronda. I have to root for Ronda Rousey because of how good she's doing. Here's the thing. I'll admit it. She's done better than I expected her to do. Yeah. But here's why I don't like Ronda Rousey. A month after she lost to Holly Holm, she called Paige Van Zant, who was her friend at the time, a quote, do nothing bitch, because Paige Van Zant congratulated Holly Holm for knocking Ronda out. Ronda Rousey, this is the same woman who called Ariel Celeste a do nothing bitch because Ariel Celeste went and said all the women that are taking a part of UFC competitors and ring girls should be paid the same amount. She was advocating for equal pay in UFC. Ronda called her a do nothing bitch. And here's the one that really to this day made me no longer be a Ronda Rousey fan and made me look at Ronda Rousey like if I saw you personally, even though I get my ass whooped for it, I'd spit in your face and punch you in the mouth. Ronda Rousey and Dana White basically insinuated that Chris Cyborg was a man. Dana White went on. Dana White was on a not only on a podcast, but was interviewed that has been that went on YouTube and said, "quote Chris Cyborg looks like Vanderlei Silver in a dress."
What?
This is someone's mother y'all talking about. If y'all didn't know, Chris Cyborg has a daughter. I think close to teenage-year-old daughter.
Well, at the time, how old do you think she was when they did that?
She was probably a child, no older than 10.
Yeah.
This is somebody's mother y'all were talking about.
Is this the same Chris Cyborg that Ronda Rousey was ducking throughout the UFC?
Yeah.
And you know what?
The very same Cyborg.
Is that their excuse that they're giving as to why Ronda Rousey didn't want to fight her because she's a man?
Yeah, basically. Either that or the fact that she did get caught with the fact about the whole steroid thing.
Oh yeah, Dana White is very strict with his drug problems.
Man,
that is why I don't like Ronda Rousey. Professionally, I think Ronda Rousey's good. She was great in UFC. She broke down doors, but those doors are actually open a little bit thanks to Gina Carano. Ronda just happened to kick the door open.
Oh, there's something else she said. Ronda said about another Fallon Fox, who was a trans woman. She said she can try hormones, chop off her pecker, but it's still the same bone structure a man has. It's an advantage. I don't think it's fair. I understand the UFC doesn't want to be associated with views like Montrone. I'm so glad they didn't straight cut him.
See, that too. But again, like I said, the thing that made me stop being a Ronda Rousey fan and made me lose all of my respect for her was when her and Dana White just sat up there and just talked about how Cyborg was a man, knowing good and damn well this woman had a daughter. They probably got bullied at school because of that mess.
And that's the worst part of it. And what did you think?
She's all about female empowerment and women's evolution and all this shit.
Asia, here's the thing. She's only about that when it matters to her. When she gets the good publicity. Well, if it ain't, she's not going to talk about it.
I have another question. You were talking about the Dana White thing with, you said another reason why Ronda didn't face Cyborg because I guess Cyborg got caught with steroids?
It was either steroids or like PEDs or something. Yeah, it was something.
I think it was PEDs.
Yeah, Dana White. Yeah, real fucking big of you to say that. But John fucking Jones is your fucking company.
Again, this is the same Dana White who fired Matt Riddle because of weed, but moved an entire pay-per-view around on a week's notice for John Jones. And mind you, didn't even let Alexander Gustafsson know until about a few days before the show happened.
Completely ripped off everyone who went to that Las Vegas show's money.
Yep.
And I just want to say one more thing about Ronda Rousey before we just go to the next topic because I'm low-key tired of... I'm sick of this whole thing in which, she paid the way, she does all this shit, so you should, she's giving the women the main event of WrestleMania. Okay, that might be true. She might be part of the reason why the women are getting the main event of WrestleMania, but she is not the sole reason why the women are getting the main event of WrestleMania. She's not the reason why the women's evolution is here.
To anyone that credits Ronda Rousey for the women's revolution, the women's revolution is not here because of Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is here because of the women's revolution.
Yep, pretty much.
The women's revolution started in NXT because of Dusty Rhodes and because of Triple H. That's where the women's revolution started.
And Sarah Amato.
Yeah, and Sarah Amato.
Yes.
That's where
all the credit to Sarah Amato.
I'm sorry, but did anyone forget that around that time Serena Williams was also dominating tennis? You had Danica Patrick also there. So y'all want to just immediately focus on the white woman because she's in the fucking UFC. Dana White did not care for the women in the UFC.
I got another name. I got another name. Simone Biles.
Yeah, her too.
You got all these women.
And it's like I said again. They keep saying that Ronda broke down the doors for women to be in UFC. No, she didn't. That was Gina Carano. It's just that UFC didn't want to sign her. So they brought in Ronda.
UFC was late to the party on having women So they finally went with it, and they went with Ronda Rousey as their top face company.
Not to mention, other mixed martial arts promotions were doing women fights way before the UFC was.
Exactly.
This is like UFC was the big fucking promotion.
I don't know a ton about mixed martial arts, but would you guys say that UFC's next competitor would be Bellator?
No, for me personally, I would say even though their cards are super long, I would say Ryzen is more likely.
It would be UFC, Ryzen, then Bellator. Bellator would be at least 3.
Bellator, because I see a lot on them, and I was gonna say I see the women in all of their promo things. They're front and center on all of their posters.
No, I would say it's definitely more so Ryzen for me.
I would argue even TNA, when they were doing like Gail Kim and Awesome Kong and all those amazing matches, that was like more groundbreaking in wrestling than what Ronda Rousey was doing before she made her big rise.
And I love how WWE would talk all about women are main eventing. TNA did that first with Gail Kim and Awesome Kong,
which is crazy.
Falls Count Anywhere in the main event is Impact for the Knockouts title.
Come on, this whole argument that Ronda Rousey is the reason. Meanwhile, she's not boosting Raw ratings. She's not helping the female demographic from 18 to 49 go up. She's not the reason. She's not doing that. But
it's almost like Ronda Rousey is unlikable and women aren't interested.
Exactly. Well, what do you know?
And that's the problem. Ronda Rousey is not the star in WWE right now. That's Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has taken over. Everyone thought it was going to be Ronda Rousey last year being the star of the company, but no, Becky Lynch did that.
The irrelevant one of the 4 horsewomen. She did that. And now Ronda is just basically riding, there for the ride at this point.
Pretty much, as much as they want Ronda to be the person who's causing all this, to be their focus front and center, she's not the person the fans want.
But again, when has WWE ever listened to what we wanted?
It's the square peg in the round hole. The pushing Roman when people want Seth.
So in other words, I mean, we love Roman now, but Ronda's Roman, Becky's Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
It's a square peg situation again. Like they kept pushing home Cena and Orton when we just wanted Daniel Bryan, until finally we forced them to put Daniel Bryan in that situation.
They wanted Batista Orton. Yeah, and then they wanted Batista Orton. Oh.
So summary, we don't like Ronda Rousey. If you're a Ronda Rousey fan, I'm sorry, but this channel, this platform ain't for you, bitch.
Like again, I respect her professionally, but personally, bro, you are the biggest piece of shit. And I would smack the taste out your mouth. I'd probably get beat up afterwards, but hey.
And you're a Ronda Rousey fan, and you know all of her bullshit and baggage. Please tell me why you are still a Ronda Rousey fan.
And also, if you're hurt by what we said, get some ice and get some Advil.
Oh.
Anyways.
Well, I was going to say the name of the podcast is Steinbeck. I actually have a Steinbeck novel pulled up, so...
Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. So the next episode, I've already made it. I've already made the next episode 28 of the TPA podcast is Steiner reads Steinbeck.
Oh, I thought that was Steiner reads Steinbeck. Oh no, this is Bucks Bunny. That's right.
I was thinking we do for the next episode because I already planned out episode 28 is Steiner reads Steinbeck.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna make this last point. I'm gonna take my leave. Any of y'all Ronda Rousey fans or Diva fans or anything like that, you got a problem with anything we've said on this? I got a simple phrase from you, and I learned from the words of Shannon Moore. Dillygaff.
Yes. Okay, can I give you one more thing before you go? Dominic Adams said, by the way, change that photo, Jarvis, because after New Beginning, Switchblade will be your new master, new era. Your thoughts?
No.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm lined up on Jay White. It's pretty good. I'm still gonna keep Tanahashi because that's my guy.
Jay White is good, but still, no.
Right. I mean,
but
he ain't the
he's
ace.
not the ace.
He ain't the ace.
No.
And he never will be.
Exactly.
All right.
On that note, I'm gonna let y'all have the rest of the show. I'm out.
All right, cool. Happy birthday, Traverse's sister, and yeah, take care, man. All right, but yeah, so that was that. You guys want to talk about whatever happened? What else happened on Raw? Fucking
Sasha and Bailey versus Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross. Sasha and Bailey, they cutting promos. Charlie Caruso, I don't know what the fuck got into her. She got some strong words doing these interviews.
she's getting mouthy. Is it because Becky Lynch has been bullying her?
I don't know, but Sasha was about to buck on her, and then Bailey tried to calm him down, saying, and they were like, "We are women's tag team champions, and we're gonna win at Chamber." And then you had Alicia and Nikki Cross basically attack them, basically drag out Sasha, and I'm like, y'all just gonna beat up my fave again.
So everyone in here, thoughts on Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross as a tag team?
Okay, so Bailey and Sasha are married. That's canon. Are Nikki and Alicia together? Are they a thing?
All the best people are crazy.
Because they're both crazy, even though
the phrase
I miss the Stone Cold Alicia Fox.
Okay, so the phrase is never stick your dick in crazy. What if the other person's just as nuts?
Two negatives make a positive?
No one ever asked that question. What if the other person in that relationship is also kind of nuts?
You tell them don't stick your dick in crazy and just be like, maybe I'm crazy. You know?
So the match was basically a handicap match because Sasha was too beat up to get into the match, and Bailey, she basically won by herself. She didn't really need Sasha because
you know why? Because a certain someone had to injure her.
Ronda Rousey. That's another reason why I don't like Ronda Rousey, because she's injuring bitches left and right. Y'all better pray for Ruby Riott in 2 weeks' time.
I mean, she doesn't have.
It all comes back to Ronda.
I mean, she doesn't have the resume of Nia, but that's a whole.
No, not even close. Oh God, she wishes she would have the resume of Nia. Oh my goodness.
So Sasha Banks is not clear, and she will more likely will be cleared by Elimination Chamber time. But until then, Ronda, I fucking hate you, you bitch.
Yeah. So but that's the thing. Ronda only has 2. Nia has 20.
And no, it's not even 2. It's Nikki was hurt after the Evolution match.
Forgot about that.
Alexa Bliss was hurt with the nerve damage after Ronda Rousey, and then the concussion thing.
Yeah, I knew about this Alexa and Sasha. I forgot about Nikki Bella though.
Yeah, Nikki Bella too. Yes, her neck.
Oh damn.
So,
Nia Jax was A-okay after
Nikki. On Twitter. How many people do Ronda and Nia have to injure before we call this experiment a failure?
But, I mean, let's be fair.
Oh, that was Millie Star on Twitter.
But let's be fair, Jackie. 95% of those injuries are Nia Jax's.
Oh, they are, absolutely. But I'm just saying. The chick on Twitter made a good point. How many people do they have to injure before we call this experiment a failure?
No, it's not how many people. Who are the people? If it's Sasha Banks, whatever. We'll let it slide. If it's Ronda, fire her immediately.
No.
How many people does Ronda have to injure before we call
If it's Nia, then call The Rock.
Oh. How many people do they have to injure before we stop the experiment? Well, the question is, we won't stop the experiment for injuries. Okay, what if someone dies? Now, who are we talking about here?
How many are we talking about?
Who and how many?
Who and how many?
No,
I'm going to say Alicia Fox. Oh, okay, keep going. It's fuck you.
So they qualified. Now it's official. Sasha and Bailey are in the tag team women's chamber, and as of right now, Sasha and Bailey are the bit Knots favorite to watch.
I was going to say, and they will win. They will win the title. They're gonna win the title.
Really came from Raw, in my opinion. That was great. Seth wasn't on the show because he's injured right now because of Brock.
Again, how many people do Brock Lesnar Captain.
And then we go over to SmackDown with the whole.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god.
Daniel Bryan is my personal Jesus.
Well, before we get to Daniel Bryan, personal Jesus, we have to get to the opening promo. First off, Charlotte comes out. And yes, and here's the thing. I love this whole segment. It's crazy to think that it started with Charlotte, but it did. Charlotte comes out, basically means, haha, someone's hurt. Guess who's not hurt? I'm not. And pointing at the WrestleMania sign. She is in 100% troll mode at this point, and it's kind of fucking funny.
With the Tony Storm, with the whole Tony Storm haircut.
With the Tony Storm haircut. I mean,
Charlotte.
Now look, Charlotte, you can't do Tony. Only Tony can do Tony, and Tony does
even
it.
Then, Tony can't do it right. Even I have to be like.
Those are fabulous things.
Wish Tony got that off of Taylor Swift, but that's a whole other thing.
And if you look at Charlotte's Twitter, she's been trolling. She was like, after Becky got suspended, she posted "mood" and like 4 of her faces, but it's like when you just realize you about to get that opportunity.
Again.
Dude, Charlotte should just change her Twitter banner to the troll face.
She is just like, and she's responding to people saying, no, you shouldn't, and be like, you stay there on your keyboard while I get the main event of Mania, loser, blah, blah, blah.
Here's one of her tweets. It was like a fan saying, let's be honest, if you want Rick's daughter, you would be trolling around the mid-card independent scene somewhere, and Becky Lynch did it without her daddy getting anywhere. And then she's like, here's a thought. Spend less time being a tool on Twitter and focus on leaving a legacy your child can be proud of. Or, just keep focusing on what my dad left me.
She ain't giving a fuck now. She's just like, it's a shame. And she's like, it's a shame. That's cool that Becky's hurt. Or that Becky's the main event of Mania. Be ashamed if she got hurt. Be ashamed if someone replaced her. Be ashamed if her last name was Flair. Just fucking, like, and then points to the Mania sign. Basically doing like an evil laugh. She doesn't give a fuck. She's in full god mode with her black makeup.
From telling Becky sorry about your damn luck.
Oh, geez, she could chug down a beer, put a fucking cowboy hat on. Even when Becky came out, she was like, she said something about like, it's bad enough you have to steal my dad's catchphrase. It's now you have to steal Roman Reigns' entrance because she came out of the crowd. Which, first of all, Roman hasn't come out of the crowd in like 3 years, so. Know what you're talking about there. And yeah, Charlotte is just, I mean, I still don't like Charlotte. She's still a botch machine. She should not be in the main event of Mania, but I her troll game's on point right now.
I mean, it's pretty much set in stone. She's going to be in that triple threat at Mania. But yeah, like that was mainly my main problem with Charlotte doing the Becky feud. She didn't want to own up to a fucking privilege, and like knowing that her privilege is where got her all these opportunities. But yeah, she just does not give a fuck. She's gonna take those opportunities.
Now I'm still upset that the WWE and no one in this storyline has explained why Charlotte has this opportunity. No one has explained that.
Which I will say this. Thank you, Charlotte, for finally giving a clear answer as to why Becky calls herself.
Yeah, I knew you were going to bring that up.
No, because Cliff, you know this better than I do.
Yes. Everyone bitches and moans about this fucking demand shtick.
Because they dumb as fuck. Because they want to think it's a gender thing when it's actually, it's like when people, when you have a house and we have people in the family, right? And you have that one person like, oh, I'm the man of the house now. You're not really saying you're a man only. You're just saying you that top bitch in the fucking house.
One of my friends showed their mother that, and her mother's like 60 years old, and she said that same thing. And it's like, even the old fucks are getting it. How the fuck can you not?
Well,
because people don't know what the fuck they don't
want to get. They don't want to get it because they don't want. They're masculinely being threatened.
Well, remember I brought it to you, and I'm like, I'm thinking Becky Lynch is going by the Ric Flair catchphrase, and you immediately nod your head is like, you got it instantly.
And here's the thing: Becky Lynch went on the Ariel Helwani show. She mentioned that same thing that Becky Lynch said. Ric Flair's catchphrase was, "To be the man, you got to beat the man." and in this business, there's no one is the man more than me. She's like Becky has said that, but now Ric Flair's own daughter has said it. So if anyone wants to bitch about this name, you just want to at this point. You're like they want to stay ignorant, they want to be misogynist, they want to, not accept the fact that Becky Lynch is the fucking man. I'm sorry, she has bigger balls than you do.
And if you're gonna steal catchphrase, steal from the best.
Exactly.
She could have said that, and that's the bottom line because Becky Lynch said so. But then that would have been that would have been a whole.
And it makes sense. It technically makes sense because what she started saying that after she beat Charlotte at Evolution, and Charlotte is Ric Flair's daughter, so she beat the woman, and technically she's better than Charlotte Flair, and so to beat the man, you got
it all
comes together when you really look at it.
But she's not a man. How dare we're real men. Attitude era. I don't know. Fucking idiots.
So that's all that comes down to. Then you get Becky Lynch. She comes down. She's limping her way to the ring, and then they start arguing. And then Triple H
comes out.
Triple H comes out
and cuts the best fucking promo he has cut since 2013.
Well, number one, he told Charlotte to go on. This ain't about you.
Dude, Triple H was doing full on dad mode.
Yes.
You're grounded.
You're grounded, Charlotte. Go back to your room.
No,
Charlotte, go to your room. You're grounded.
No, the whole thing. Go to the back. This is about you. That is actually a straight up dad line. That is the equivalent of your dad saying, "Go to your room."
And this is another thing. It's clear that the easiest way in every promo to trigger Triple H into insulting you and going off, just mentioning Stephanie, just saying her name will just like all of a sudden like his meter just goes up, like his face
doing anything,
he starts snarling. When Triple H first came out, he wasn't even insulting Becky. He was just like, Becky, you're hurt. You need to go to the doctor. This is not anything under your control. You need to do this. Like go home. You're hurt. And then all Becky had to say was, how's Steph? And it opened up Pandora's box with Triple H just going in on Becky Lynch, being like, Becky, I've just realized I've bought into this whole facade. You're not really the man. You're not really the man, are you? You're just a fraud. You're all this shit. You're hurt. You're pretending you're hurt to get out of the match. Like Triple H went in full heel. Like,
what I would have loved?
I haven't seen Triple H like this since the feud with Daniel Bryan. That's how good this was.
You know what I would have loved at the very end?
You're an ugly little gnome, and I hate you.
At the very end of it, if Becky didn't say anything at the very end, she goes, "Give Steph my regards." And that's all she says. I would have loved that.
Oh. He did slap Triple H.
Slapping Triple H is great.
I'm trying to recall any certain lines, but that promo for Triple H was so great.
I mean, granted...
Triple H has officially flipped the Scrabble board.
I mean, granted, slapping Triple H is nothing compared to Conor McHale getting a pin on him, but yeah.
But this also, but after this segment, the final parts of the segment, after Becky slapped her, Becky walks off, and if any of you notice, she's not limping.
No, she's not.
Asia, do you want me to get into my theory? Do you want me to get into my theory? The theory as to maybe Becky Lynch in storyline is not hurt. That she is faking it. Let's go back to the Royal Rumble. When Nia Jax, and let's be real, Becky got hurt off of nothing. Nia pushed her off like the steps, which is like 1 foot off the fucking ground. Okay, yeah, she hurts her right knee and then immediately switches to her left knee, which, I mean, that was on Botchamania and everything. I'm sure it was a botch, whatever. But yeah, you can play that back, especially if we're going to the story with Triple H saying you're not really hurt, you're faking it. He could easily pull that up and be like, hey, Yeah, you don't even know which leg is hurt now, do you? And then this. She comes in limping. Triple H says, like, yeah, you're not hurt, you're faking it. Becky slaps her in the face and then walks off like she's not hurt. What if, and I hate to say this because it will make Becky look a little bit less badass, but it will make her look like a fucking genius. Becky knows that Charlotte gets handed everything. And she might realize that she might not have as good of a chance against Ronda Rousey in one-on-one match. Ronda's undefeated. She's going through everyone in her way. Just period. So she's like, Charlotte was the last other person in the Rumble. I guarantee you, with how Charlotte gets opportunities out the fucking ass, they're going to try to replace me with her. And then I'm going to come out and say I'm not hurt. It's going to lead to a triple threat. And I can win this title by beating Charlotte. And not having to beat Ronda Rousey. It would make sense.
Actually, that would be even smarter because how much would it fuck with Ronda's head if she loses the match without even getting pinned?
Yeah.
Now, yes, there are negatives to this. One being it would make Becky look a little bit less badass, but it would also make her look like a fucking genius.
It would, and like I said, once again, how much would it fuck with Ronda's head to lose on a technicality? That would drive her up the fucking wall.
Now, the only bad thing is, if Ronda's not resigning and this is her last match, I don't do that because...
Don't do that.
But if the triple threat's happening, I think they're going to do it anyways. Which is a damn shame.
Imagine that Ronda Rousey goes out undefeated. That is just...
Her only two L's were in a tag match where she didn't eat the pin and a triple threat where she doesn't eat the pin.
I mean, Sasha and Bailey did give her a first elbow.
Sasha Bailey and Becky, baby.
Oh, God. That's going to be delicious. So, yeah, that would be a good theory. That will be, like, still some major plot holes to the theory. I do have, like, number one, Becky, she doesn't want to share the spotlight with Charlotte. She despises Charlotte. She doesn't.
Then why did she pick Charlotte to be her replacement against Ronda?
She knows Charlotte can hit, like, again, like what she said in the Chronicle special, that 6-minute video when they found out she was injured. Charlotte is the best opponent that, in her words, hits like a truck.
Maybe Becky says that, but let's be real. Becky, she knows she has Charlotte's number.
And again, it goes back to what happened at SummerSlam. Becky didn't want Charlotte in that match. She respected Charlotte. She was friends with Charlotte, but she didn't want her in that match. So why again would she want to share the spotlight with Charlotte again?
Because she knows she can beat Charlotte. That's my thing.
I guess. I mean, it could work, but I would have major problems.
Yes, and also, yeah, you are right. Yeah, she always talks about Charlotte being in her spotlight and shit. So I can definitely give you that. But I would also say maybe like this, after she does beat Charlotte, maybe that would be like the ultimate. And let's be real, that would be like the last time she would face Charlotte because Becky will be moving on to Raw. So even after this match, either way, she's going to be done with Charlotte. So, unless if somehow the shakeup happens and Charlotte gets drafted. Oh, God. I
doubt it at this point.
They better not. They better not.
I think they're going to keep Charlotte on SmackDown, if anything.
Yeah, honestly, let's take a break from the Becky Charlotte thing after Mania, please. Either way, let's take a break from that.
So, yeah, other than that segment, not really much happened on SmackDown.
Daniel Bryan is our personal Jesus.
That segment went way too long now.
It did, but I loved it. And I even asked you during the segment at one point, I was like, is he still talking?
Or you could say, Daniel Bryan is our personal Vegas.
Vegan
Jesus.
I
love you, Vegan Bryan, but I was like, some of that time could have went to an Oscar squash match or some shit, or
Oscar in general. Yeah,
because I was about to go sleep.
Speaking of which, this is the second week in a row where Oscar, the SmackDown Women's Champion, who beat Becky Lynch clean, made her tap out.
She was.
who's not on the fucking show as champion.
Becky was right. Becky was fucking right in that one tweet in which she was like, "I had the hottest title in the fucking company, and I lose it, and it's now basically nothing." She was right.
She was right, and you know what? And I'm just saying that says something about SmackDown, where like Becky should not have tapped out to Asuka for nothing. Like this is kind of an insult to Becky Lynch. Like you have Asuka do all this to Becky just to be on the fucking pre-show at Mania, probably.
Possibly.
In a multi-woman match or against Mandy. Because remember, I don't know if you saw it. They had that video package with Asuka on Twitter, which they showed on SmackDown. Mandy Rose retweeted it saying, "I'm ready for Asuka."
Yep, I saw that.
So they're either doing the multi-woman match, or I swear to God, we're actually getting Asuka versus Mandy Rose.
I think it's gonna be multi-woman because I have not heard anything about them doing like another battle royal, like that whole women's battle royal they had last.
Oh hell! If they do if they do Mandy versus Asuka, I'm gonna be fucking irritated.
It looks like they're going to, but I mean,
how much would you be all over that just to watch Asuka tap out already?
And here's the thing, that's gonna be on the pre-show. You know it's gonna be on the pre-show.
I don't think they're gonna fully push Mandy into Money in the Bank because I think she's winning Money in the Bank, and then that's when she's gonna win it off of Asuka. I think she's gonna cash in and win it off of Asuka.
I really wonder.
That's what I'm thinking.
They're staying on this Mandy Rose thing.
And here's the thing: even if you want to
shot her at Mania.
Yeah. But what's up, Brandon?
And here's the thing: even if you want to switch out Mandy for Sonya, I love Sonya to death, but I mean, even then, I probably wouldn't care for it because you're essentially taking a girl that unfortunately has no build up, but she's getting there, slowly but surely. You're essentially putting her with the second hottest act or the third hottest act on SmackDown.
Well, they did have like
on SmackDown. Yeah, she is the second hot because Becky number one, and then.
Well, I was gonna say third because Becky, Daniel.
Oh, I was thinking it was just the women. Okay, never mind.
Well,
no. In that case, I mean, number three could either be Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Well, here's my thing. Like, Sonya hasn't been built up, and that's my thing. Like, you should always build up your talent. But they had a little interaction at that Battle Royal with Asuka won, and that was like the best part of that Battle Royal. I would like to see a match between the two.
Oh,
like, they should still tell a story between the two. They should build up Sonya Deville.
If anything, they should do Mandy versus Sonya at WrestleMania. They should do the breakup there.
Oh my God, that would be fucking brilliant.
Like, can we please get that?
Well, I think the breakup's going to happen at Elimination Chamber, if anything.
Well, the breakup will happen at Chamber, but can we get a singles match at Mania?
And have Sonya go face.
Yes, and have her tap her out. That would be great. I mean, have it be the pre-show. It'll be the pre-show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Have it go like 30 seconds. Because I know the fans aren't going to be hot for that match. But put over Sonya. Fucking, I see.
Because seriously, I want an answer to this question. How is it you rep the LGBTQ community and you're a bad guy? That makes no logical sense.
Well, you know how it is. You pair yourself with a racist.
Oh.
So, yeah.
True.
It's like, you turned on us, Sonya. Why?
So we get from SmackDown. Well, oh God, no. One more thing on SmackDown. We have Randy Orton versus Mustafa Ali.
Oh.
Randall Keith. Randall Keith.
Mustafa Ali, fine, but then
stupid.
Which was stupid enough because we gotta make Randy Orton look strong in 2019. Which there's a possible rumor he might go to AEW because AEW offers a number of now.
Wow, it looks like the voices in his head finally told Randy to find a fuck to give.
If you watch the match between Mustafa Ali and Randall Keith Orton with his Dorito hairline looking ass.
Yes. Someone brought that up. Wasn't it TJ who brought that up?
Yes.
Oh my God, that Dorito on his head.
Randy
Orton's
hair looks like an early 2000s punk band haircut. Like,
it's so bad. I've never even noticed It's an underrated bad hairdo, but yeah, still on.
Mustafa Ali's eye starts to swell up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Is
And
he
then I
okay?
see a clip on Twitter in which Mustafa's on the ground. Randy Orton, he's doing, his signature stomp thing. Like, he stomps on his opponent's arms and all that shit, right?
The pendulum or the Garvin stomp.
Shoulders,
Yeah.
then the head.
It's called the Garvin stomp. Yeah.
Yeah, but he stomps on Mustafa's face and on his eye. And the second time, like, once Mustafa is reacting to, like, just, like, leveling his head up, Randy stomps on his face, and that's what gets his eyes starting, like, swell up all really badly.
How many times, Orton, have you done these stomps? Like, I thought you would have gotten it down by now.
Randy, you piece of
shit. Look, Randy barely injures anyone, so I'm not gonna give him too much shit. But
No, fuck off, because Mustafa Ali is killing it on SmackDown, and he got a swole ass eye because Randall Blaze's ass Orton wanted to be a piece of shit. Like, thank God Mustafa came out later on the fucking night and still tore it up in the last segment of SmackDown, but fucking still.
Randall, I couldn't handle the Marines, so I abandoned my post Orton.
First my Raw phase, Sasha's injured, and now Mustafa on SmackDown with a swollen eye. I can't cut it. I'm taking all the L's.
Randy, I'm not good enough for the military. Orton loses to
in Asia, just because of that, Bianca decides to injures
a former police officer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Orton, you should get arrested.
Because assault on an officer. You
can't assault on a cop.
Which actually, something I wanted to bring up Mustafa real quick. The 054, is that a reference to his police days? Because I think that's a call for something.
I think
054, so. We have an asshole stomping on Mustafa Ali
because
black eye.
Because triple nine is an officer down. Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
I think it's a Israel area code.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Either way.
It's it's Israel's That's Israel's. It's a country code. Yeah.
Okay, well, shouts out to the heritage, my dude.
If anyone, with knowing Orton's politics, if anyone told Orton that he's a cop, he'd probably be like, "Oh no, I don't want to."
Or actually, it's like, okay, so the 450 splash, but he's doing it backwards.
Yeah, that's the reference. That's the reference. Like, I knew that.
4-5.
I thought everyone knew that.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Wait, that just hit you?
I'm smart, guys. I'm smart.
Even me. I fucking
doesn't hold up either. He's Muslim, not Jewish.
Dude, I am the worst at math, and even I got.
I mean, he's pretty bad.
Shut up. But yeah, like this backwards 450.
I'm trash.
It's okay. We're all trash except Asia.
We're all trash. We can all just get together with this giant trash bag. Let's all get in the trash bag.
Let's all get in fucking Black Rain's trash bag. No one gets that reference. God damn it. Okay.
No. But
just over the head, man.
Black Rain. You know what he used to wear? TNA.
Oh, Black Rain. Oh, yeah. He did wear that, didn't he?
He wore like a trash bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. But anyway, that's what you get with me. Just random references. That was basically SmackDown. Samoa Joe killed it again.
As he do.
I still am reeling from that promo from last week.
Daniel Bryan, my God.
He is on another level right now. He is. I'm going to let you have the floor with this, Brandon, because, I can talk about the vegan god forever.
So, Daniel comes out looking dapper as fuck.
In his hometown, by the way.
Yeah, that's another thing, too. Like, dude, they...
By the way, isn't it like the 3 or 4 year anniversary of which Daniel Bryan retired?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So Daniel comes out, and he puts over his, cheap pop. He puts over Aberdeen hard.
Yeah.
But he does the classical heel thing, like, you guys understand me, you get my message, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But then he says, like, but there are still some of you that don't understand. There are some of you that still root for that filth, AJ Styles. I can't remember exactly what the promo is, but
my favorite part was the fact that everything Dan Bryan said got cheered. The second Eric Rowan started talking, we got light boos and what chants.
Poor Eric Rowan.
And the thing is, too, like, you can tell with this gimmick specifically, him doing this kind of eco-friendly, like, follower of Daniel Bryan, he's gotten a lot better.
He has, dude. He's gotten a lot better on the mic.
And they're not giving him, and the crowd just isn't working with him, and that's
just like, you're not Daniel Bryan. Boo.
Like, no, man, this guy's great.
He's Ella's favorite wrestler. Come on now, Eric Rowan for world champion. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, real quick, and this is actually about Daniel Bryan's shirt. That fucking sucks. That because AEW signed a queer talent, that WWE got all petty and decided to blotch out the rest of Daniel Bryan's shirt.
That was fucking bullshit.
What? Get out of here.
The white shirt he wears, the one that says no homophobia, no racism, no sexism, peace and love.
Yeah, he wore last week.
Yeah. They basically bleached those words out, so it's just a white shirt on a graphic, because apparently AEW signed a queer talent, which good on you, AEW, for being progressive. Shouts out. Because WWE is just being fucking petty about it.
That is, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Get the fuck, what?
I could probably find the graphic.
Wait, who did AEW sign again? I forgot this. What?
I don't know who they signed, but all I know is they signed someone who's gay or a queer talent.
They signed Nyla Rose. She's a trans wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they're being petty to AEW because how dare you be
progressive?
How dare you be good people? Like, what?
Yeah.
God, don't make me want to root for AEW. Come on now. Get the fuck out of here.
I'd rather not root for All In the promotion.
You're that against AEW is that you don't want to promote, like,
good
love. You don't want to promote love.
Okay, here's the...
They promote love? No, God damn it. Homophobes, racists, you're all welcome here. Like,
that is Vince's mentality.
That's why they're waiting for Lars Sullivan to come back. But anyways.
Yeah, Cliff, I just posted in the Hangouts.
Wait, what?
I posted in the Hangouts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you posted. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay. Unfucking believable. And it was in such small print, you could barely a lot of people probably couldn't even tell what it said.
Which, two things. One, I want that shirt.
I want that shirt too.
Two, believe it or not, it actually works with his heel gimmick. Because again, Daniel's whole thing is, hey, I'm a super progressive, really progressive, evil asshole. I'm the CNN.
He's so evil. He's so evil. No racism, no homophobia. What an asshole.
Well, he goes, I'm an extreme leftist, I want to promote, and that's why that shirt
in that
works.
case, you should say no carnivores, no leather, no.
That's why that shirt works, is because it plays to his character.
Yeah, it does. I'm being a strong left-wing, but I'm just saying, most people, when they see a shirt that says no homophobes, no racists,
they're cool.
They're not gonna be like, boo.
Boo, your progressive values.
Some will. A lot of AJ Styles fans probably are.
Ooh, true.
AJ Styles, the homophobic, transphobic asshole is the baby face. Only in WWE, everyone.
Thing with the gay community line, you can go on to whether he meant anything by it or not.
Only in WWE would the progressive, I want peace and love for the world. to be the heel and AJ Styles to be the face. Only in WWE.
I mean, yes. Here's the thing when it comes to this type of gimmick that Daniel has, because there is a militant side to veganism.
Oh, definitely. Like Daniel's going full like if you eat meat, you're an asshole, and like just going way too far.
Because CM Punk went militant with the Straight Edge Society.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, I get why he's a heel, but it's like still he promotes. But it's that's the difference with the CM Punk Jeff Hardy feud. Like, Jeff Hardy was an addict that was trying to change his life around. Like that's something you want to cheer for.
Well, CM Punk's whole thing was literally pushing his views militaristically onto him, and that's what made Punk a bad guy.
Yeah,
Daniel isn't doing that.
Right?
Not really. It's not like AJ is just abusing animals and trying to change his ways, and Daniel's calling him out, and Daniel's forcing his ideology on him.
Mm-hmm.
But Daniel is just kind of preaching his case to the crowd.
Right. Yeah.
And AJ's just kind of being a thorn to Daniel's side.
Yeah, AJ has barely said anything. Like, he hasn't really expressed his opinions because, if he expressed his opinions, he would be the heel.
I mean, because how do you express your opinion about on the certain subjects Dana raises without controversy?
Especially when you're AJ Styles being like, I don't want any.
Again, because that whole thing with the gay community will never leave AJ.
Oh, it will.
That'll always be around. The internet is forever.
Oh, I mean, even after that, there's one time where it was after like an indie match in 2015, like he said something like in the crowd, like that faggot with the tie or something.
Or he told the guy to go get a life partner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You remember that, right?
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. So it's like there's more examples out there, and then the Gillette thing.
Like, well, the Gillette was just AJ not being smart enough to understand context.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's just why would you go on a show with a guy that has shirts? I'm not even gonna say it. I mean, even though I did say it at one point.
You know what? Because the LGBT community is taking the word back, I'll say it. Socialism is for fags. That's what the shirt says.
Yeah, that's what the shirt says. And it's like, why would you even go on a show like that in the first place?
Like, there are millions of other outlets you can go out to. There are millions of other talk shows you can go to talk about this stuff.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, we went into really deep.
Was great.
We went really deep, but yeah,
deep with Daniel. That was longer than Daniel's segment, and both of them made me low-key sleepy.
Sorry. Daniel's great though. Daniel's great.
He is amazing.
Yes. But now we move to NXT.
Oh yes. Oh, great episode of NXT. I mean, we will not talk about the Forgotten Sons because I forgot about what they did. See what I did there. But we'll start with Johnny Champion, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny fucking Gargano, baby, coming out with that title.
See, I've been out of the loop on NXT and NXT UK for a while, so you guys are gonna have to catch me up.
I need to watch NXT UK. I'm still bad on my promise, but yes, Johnny.
When it comes to NXT UK, Xia Brooks won a match, and then Rhea Ripley came out.
Yeah. Oh, I know about that. Rhea attacked Xia. Tony came out. They fought. Yeah.
And then they're gonna have the rematch in like 2 or 3 weeks for the UK Women's title.
And Tony. Stop with the headbutts. I mean, like, you could do it once in a while, but like she literally came out, like, did 3 punches and immediately did like 2 big headbutts, and like it staggered herself. Like, Tony,
don't worry, man. Don't worry. She's working it. She's not bodying it. She's not. I
know, but even in kayfabe, like, she dazed herself on the first one to where she missed Rhea on the second one.
It scares the hell out of you because you don't know if she's going to accidentally do a shoot headbutt. And that's
honestly, a headbutt should be like out of desperation, unless if you're like Ishii, where in kayfabe your head is like immune to everything. You know, I'm just saying. Like, I would rather, like, anyone would much rather use their fist to hit someone than their head. Like, that wouldn't be my go-to.
And then we have Mia Yim versus Jenny. Yeah.
Oh wait, Mia Yim was on NXT. Holy shit!
Well, she's gonna be on NXT UK. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Wait, in the near for like forever.
Temporarily, it'd be like the Deanna Palazzo, how Deanna was in NXT UK.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Deanna, yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, I gotta watch NXT UK now. Shit.
Okay. So going back to Florida NXT, you know, Southern, dude bro, drink a beer college NXT.
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny Champion comes out just so happy, pointing out signs like Johnny Wrestling is back, baby. We did it. Like we deserve it. Babyface Gargano, he's here. But Ciampa comes out, says, "I'm not here to steal your moment. I'm here to thank you for finally doing what was right and following my lead." And that's where Gargano stomps him and is like, "Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I beat Ricochet by myself. I do not need Tommaso Ciampa." That's his first mistake. And so right after, I swear, the second he even says that he doesn't need Ciampa's help, Gargano's luck just goes right away. Because right after that, Velveteen's music hits. Velveteen talks about, "Look, you two, it's cute. It's cute." He said, "It's cute that you guys are having your little love fest and everything, DIY and all, but let's talk about the man that stole the show by simply just showing up. That is the Velveteen Dream.
Yep.
The Velveteen Dream is here because he wants some gold, baby. But Ciampa, I see the way you're looking at me, that lust in your eyes. I'm sorry, baby. Dream's over." Back of the line. So I love Velveteen loses to Ciampa. And it's basically, but at the end of the day, no matter what, Velveteen wins because they got to experience him. And that is his win.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
And then he gets into the ring.
Yes.
He says he wants to face Gargano for the North American title.
And he got real, intense and angry, too.
Called Johnny Jackass.
This is the first time I've seen Velveteen Dream, actually intense and, angry.
It makes sense. He's beaten Gargano twice, I believe, in NXT.
Yeah.
He has Gargano beat. So it makes sense for him to go after Gargano than Ciampa because he can't beat Ciampa.
Yeah, it makes sense that he's mad that Gargano beat Ricochet because Dream couldn't beat Ricochet.
Yeah, that too.
And you have to think Velveteen still has Ricochet on the mind. He loves him some Ricochet.
But Ricochet said after he's done with Adam Cole, he's coming back for the North American title.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but here's the thing, Johnny. The second Johnny stopped following the lead and dismissed Ciampa, his luck runs out. Because, we talked about the spoilers already, right? We know what happens.
He loses that title.
Yeah.
Which will be in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, he loses the title. His title reign, as far as going by TV, because Takeover was 2 weeks ago, right?
2 weeks ago, so he'll have the belt for 4 weeks.
A month. 1 month as champion. 1 month where he trusted Tommaso Ciampa. 1 month.
Wouldn't it be the shortest NXT title reign in NXT history?
That's even shorter than Kyrie's.
Is that shorter than
Kyrie had it for 2 months, if even.
And even Sami Zayn, I think, had it for 2 months. 2 or 3.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Sounds about right. And actually, speaking of Velveteen Dream, real quick, so Shawn Michaels had a quote. He was quoted at Halftime Heat.
We got to talk about that, by the way.
He said, I believe it was about concerning Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
Don't compare him to me because that puts a ceiling on him.
Yeah.
On him. That is a compliment. That is the ultimate compliment.
Because that means that Velveteen Dream will have to live up to Shawn Michaels standards in every fucking
That's
No,
the thing.
not even that. He's saying that
Sean is saying Dream is better than him.
He's saying that Dream is going to be better than him. Like, saying he's going to be Shawn Michaels is putting a ceiling on him. Like, that's limiting his potential.
Right.
So basically, he's saying that Dream is going to be better than him. Which, Shawn, I love you. And I love Velveteen Dream, but Shawn is known as one of the greatest, like, one of the top 5 greatest of all time.
The fact that Shawn,
Mr.
WrestleMania,
people call the greatest of all time,
said, quote, "Do not compare Patrick Clark to me."
I mean, he didn't say Patrick Clark, but yeah.
Because don't compare Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark, to me, because that's limiting him and how good he is.
That is the biggest compliment I've ever heard from a commentator. But let's. Do you want to talk about halftime heat? Well, actually, we'll talk about NXT and then talk about halftime heat. Because halftime heat was something else.
Which they fucking buried
Maroon
5.
Wait, no, Agent?
Because I want to talk about the women. Because they main evented NXT.
Oh no,
we can talk about the men later.
No, I thought I was gonna say we're gonna first talk about the women in NXT, all that.
Okay, ho.
Yeah.
The women main event the show is Bianca Belair coming off of her takeover loss. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane teaming up to go against Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, Jessamyn Duke, and Marina Shafir. And they start off with Bianca Shayna from the takeover match they had 2 weeks ago. Basically,
it was good at this point.
Shayna, Bianca being athletic, getting out of Shayna's submission hold and all that, and then Shayna's like, "I'm just gonna tag in because I don't got time for your athletic shit." Then Marina gets in, and then at one point in the match, Bianca does a military press after tagging in Kairi. Does a military press with Kairi on top of her, and then drops Kairi so Kairi can do a diving elbow. Then Shayna starts working over Kairi at one point. And then it started getting kind of weird because the ponies, they would tag in now after doing one move.
I mentioned that thing, and I have a whole segment because I counted every move that they did.
And then at one point, I think Marina was in the ring, and she got "You Can't Wrestle" chants, that's
true.
Which is true, but again, they just debuted, and of course, you just debuted. They're not gonna be automatically good wrestlers.
Well, they shouldn't be facing 3 of the best in NXT.
That's a problem. You shouldn't be putting them on TV automatically when they've been paying their dues, and they come on. You got other women in NXT in the developmental system like Lacey Lang, Xia Li, Mia Yim, who should be all on TV, but yet these 2 girls are on TV because they're friends with Shayna Baszler.
They've been wrestling for the same amount of time as Casey Catanzaro has. So do they really have much of an excuse to be this bad?
And Casey is better than the 2 of them.
Exactly. That's the problem. And then one of them's married to Roderick Strong.
What'd he fucking do?
So that you had that part of the match, and then when Kylie's about to tag in Io, Bianca, she gets the tag. Then she hits KOD on Shayna. She's about to get the pin. And then the ponies interrupt that pin. And then Kairi, she fights off the ponies. And then Bianca, she's about to do the spear, but Io tags herself in. And then she does the 619, does the moonsault, and then Io pins Shayna. 1, 2, 3. Io has pinned the NXT Women's Championship. And meanwhile, you just see Bianca in the background. Just all mean face.
That could have been me.
That could have been me. I wanted to pin her. I wanted to get another shot.
It was my pin. That was my victory. I had her beat a takeover. Those are for the stupid fucking ponies. I could have been champion.
And it's turnabout's fair play, in my opinion, because what did Bianca do when Io had the match won at the Fatal 4-Way? She whooped her ass and just took the pin. Yep. So it's turnabout's fair play. Bianca has the right to be pissed, and she does have a right for wanting to be NXT Women's Champion, getting another title shot. But Io did what Io had to do.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, Bianca did Io blind tagged Bianca because Bianca did the same thing to Io earlier in the match.
Yeah, she did.
She stole a tag.
Yeah, it was talking about fair play, and now that little seed that they just planted between Io and Bianca.
Oh yeah.
Is what I've been saying for the longest time since Io got signed, and even Bianca was throwing shade to Io the day Io was signed to WWE. It was that one moment that is the next big feud for NXT Women's Division. The EST versus the greatest female wrestler arguably today.
I told you,
Bianca Belair. It's the feud. It's the feud you should have NXT going into 2019.
I'm sorry. You remember what I told you in chat, about the potential of this feud?
Yes.
If any feud can be close to Sasha Bailey, this is it.
You basically have these stories set up. Bianca Belair has been going through majority of the indie darlings that NXT has put in front of her.
You sure as hell have the talent. You sure as hell have the talent.
Cancer Ray, Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, Aaliyah, Lacey Evans, all these girls that they've been setting up for Bianca Belair, she has beaten them. And she's throwing shade their way because she is not an indie girl, but she's certainly beat, it's basically. So you have that, Io Shirai, the arguably best women's wrestler in the world today, but Bianca Belair is not going to let some girl from the indies take her spot, take her moment.
The only indie girls that have come, that were there since she got there, she only hasn't beat two people. Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. Everyone else, every other indie, and Shayna.
Those are the only three she has not beaten.
Every other indie girl, Shayna. She's beaten every other indie girl. It's and honestly, I feel like she's going to beat Shayna and then probably beat Kairi in a one-on-one match leading up to the feud with Io, probably beating the shit out of her to send a message to Io. And to me, Io, for this, Bianca's whole crusade against the indie girls and how they get all these big opportunities, Io Shirai is the personification of that. She is she's the face of female indie wrestling, or was the face of female indie wrestling for a long time.
Exactly.
So it's like her going up against the final boss.
And not just not just women's independent wrestling, but Japanese independent women's wrestling.
Japanese women's wrestling in general. She is that. I mean, as Asia would say, she's that bitch.
I think that feud would be an argument for why that match should main event a takeover, in my opinion, because we haven't had a women's takeover since Sasha and Bailey. That's the only women's takeover we had.
Definitely. I mean, now if Ciampa Gargano is in the same show, it's probably not going to main event. But
Ciampa Gargano needs to stop at one.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, I'm just saying, depending on the star power, if we get another Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan,
I should main event a takeover, no matter who her opponent. At some point, Io Shirai should main event a takeover. Io Shirai should be takeover.
I'm not arguing that, definitely, but I'm just saying I'm thinking what NXT would do. I'm saying Io and Bianca should main event an NXT takeover.
It made no sense why Oscar Ember didn't main event a takeover, but yet you had what? Bobby
Roode and was it Hideo? Was that year? Or?
Yeah, I think it was Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura. It was one of those matches. But yet Oscar Ember had the better story overall.
It was by far the worst NXT matches Nakamura had.
So that's you have Bianca has the potential to be the next top female heel in the NXT Women's Division. You have the story set up. I even fancy booked that shit. It's fucking amazing. You possibly do the Mia Yim feud or have her face Mia Yim again. Dakota Kai, if she comes back healthy. Candice LeRae. You have so much much
Deonna
Purrazzo, so much that Bianca can do when she wins that title and goes off.
I'm still waiting for them to finally put Lacey Lane on TV.
Lacey Lane, Casey Cazawa, all these fucking girls.
Something else you didn't think about, Asia, is what if they do occasional crossovers with NXT UK?
Like Bianca versus Rhea Ripley?
Bianca versus Rhea, Bianca versus Tony, Bianca versus Jenny.
Oh God, Oh God, I love Tony. I love Tony. Please don't do that to me.
But it's Bianca.
No. I mean, if she drags her for a haircut, then
Oh, you'll go right along with that. I mean, Bianca has by far the better hair.
tell me why.
I like.
Again, Taylor Swift.
Oh, God damn it, Brandon.
No, you cannot tell me.
I can't unsee it now, Brandon. I can't unsee it now. I forgot about it, and now we brought it back. I hate you.
I
But
know.
yeah, I think at Takeover, New York. Is that it?
I think it's the one before Mania and the one before SummerSlam.
Yeah, Takeover New York. That's and then Takeover Toronto is SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Bianca, Kyrie, Shayna.
Yeah. And I even said it's a parallel. She's gonna win it the same way Sasha won hers in the fucking 4-way.
It makes sense because Bianca, Kyrie, they got screwed in their title matches. EO pinned the champion, and you send off Shayna so she could go ahead and take L's to Charlotte and Alexa and Lacey and Nia, all those bitches. Because you know Vince is going to do it. You know Vince is going to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Can I go down the list of every move Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke did in this match?
Can I just say I think Shayna's going to end up on SmackDown?
Yes, I definitely agree with that. She should have been on SmackDown for the feud with Asuka, but you know.
Here's the thing. I'm thinking Shayna's dropping it at TakeOver Mania, and she's debuting the night after Mania. She's going after Asuka for the women's title.
They should have done that for Mania.
That, or I could see this. You know, Stephanie, Becky. Stephanie's gonna make Becky's life a living hell, and when Ronda's go off and having her life as a parent, all that, I think she's gonna bring in Shayna. She's gonna try to bring in Shayna to like, okay, you couldn't even beat Ronda at WrestleMania, so I'm just gonna bring in her best friend and Shayna Baszler, and then try to have Shayna go after the women's title and fight Becky and build another horse.
But here's a small problem in that. I feel like Shayna, being the type of character she is, would get pissed off at that.
Being called Ronda's friend.
Exactly, no. Like Shayna's like, I've been second fiddle to this bitch all my life. I'll be damned if I be second fiddle here.
I was second fiddle in MMA. I'll be damned if I'm second fiddle in a fucking profession that I'm better at than Ronda by far.
That I've been in this longer than.
Exactly. That's why I'm so like. I mean, eventually you have to have Ronda and Shayna on the same brand. Like maybe the next Superstar shakeup, have it happen, and then do the feud. But like, have Shayna
or Ronda could just
on her own.
Or Ronda could just fuck off from wrestling entirely. I'll be happy with that.
I mean, if she wants to start that family.
I am sort of selfish. I do want to see Shayna versus Becky, and then like still
imply. You want to see Becky bury her in her first match? Come on. I love Becky, but even then, like, if you bring it, like, either Shayna comes in and immediately wins the title, which that would suck, or Shayna immediately comes in and drops to Becky, which would also suck. So,
no,
like,
you gotta have 20, 25 minute, 30 competitive match. You gotta make it better.
Oh, it'd be great. I would love it, but
like if Shayna loses, you gotta make sure to look strong in the loss.
Really strong.
Well, that's why I don't see Shayna on SmackDown, because they're gonna make Mandy Rose a big star on SmackDown. More than likely gonna win the title off of Asuka around SummerSlam time. So that's why I don't see.
Can Shayna just rip her arm off in kayfabe, please?
Asuka,
that's why I don't really see her.
Make Mandy look really
racist.
Honestly, I'm thinking Mandy's moving to Raw, honestly. Because if they want her to be a big star, they're going to want her to be the big star on Raw. Because let's not forget, they still see Smack.
But that's the thing. On Raw, you have Alexa Bliss, Lacey Evans. That's Ronda Rousey. Those three blondes right there.
If we're talking about in the spectrum that Ronda is gone, then there's a blonde missing. Mandy's gonna fit that mold because I'm thinking Ronda's probably gonna be gone after Mania.
But do you think they're gonna have Lacey Evans and Mandy Rose on the same show?
Personally, I'm thinking they're gonna swap it. Mandy goes to Raw, Lacey goes to SmackDown.
So, Lacey versus Lacey Asuka. Oh no.
And I pray to the almighty power of Zeus that's a squash.
Oh, that is gonna give me Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura vibes all over.
That made my stomach hurt.
Ooh.
That made my stomach hurt.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, the racism. I can hear it right now.
I can feel the racism.
It's Mandy Rose.
No, Lacey's. I think Lacey's gonna make it worse.
Lacey's gonna make it worse. The 1950s racist gimmick.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Mandy.
I can feel the racism in my bones.
Yeah, see, Mandy Rose is not a work racist. She's a shoot racist. Lacey Evans is a work racist. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet mother of God, what have I done?
Oh god. Okay, Shayna, if you're gonna come up to the main roster, can you kill these two off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kill
Thank
them.
you.
Just murder them. Murder them on your debut.
Get the Kira Fuda in. Don't let go.
Hell, if you know what, if you and Marina and Jessamine do it, I might give Marina and Jessamine more of a chance.
Good.
Shayna, just come in, lock in the Karafuda, and while you got the Karafuda locked in, just snap her neck. Just snap her neck.
No, do the fucking stomp you did with Dakota Kai, how she got her arm broken. Come on now.
The feel for Oscar. Pray for her.
Bend that elbow and stomp on that elbow.
Lord, pray for that child.
Well, no, Shayna, go full Pentagon. Go full Pentagon.
But yeah, that was NXT. We're gonna have
No, it wasn't. No, Asia. I'm gonna play a video because we forgot one very important thing.
Oh fucking shit! I forgot.
Well, one second.
Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, an encore performance.
Yes.
From Eric Bugenhagen.
Oh, I like this dude. I like this guy.
Get ready for the screech. Oh, it's coming.
Oh.
Dude, the lungs on this man.
Beautiful.
I couldn't if my life depended on it.
This man.
That was theme song at one point.
Eric.
I thought it was too until they kept putting the close up onto his face, and I thought, oh, that's him.
Eric.
How?
Bugenhagen. What is he?
Who is he?
He's great, and he's over.
In one night. In 3 minutes. 3 minutes against Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak, by the way, submission specialist. That amazing man.
Yes, he is an amazing man. He went up against.
Oh man, that match with him and Matt Riddle. Oh, the post match they did the catch point handshake. I got evolved flashbacks.
I've only watched that match like 3 times, and I think I've watched Eric Bugenhagen's encore performance about 20 times.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, when they did the catch point handshake, I just got all the flashbacks. It's like, yeah, can we get Flashpoint in NXT?
Yeah.
Was it a house show or something?
No, that was on NXT TV right after the match that Gulak beat Eric Bugenhagen. Then he called it. Then he made it a challenge. Matt Riddle answered it. Matt Riddle won the match, and then after the match, they did the catch point handshake.
Oh, and I guess this was like was this a dark match?
No, this is on NXT Live TV.
Damn. Fuck, I missed out. Fuck.
It happened right. It happened right after the match. Riddle was celebrating. Gulak took him around, and they did the catch point handshake. So can we get catch point in NXT, please?
Dude, it'd be like what Shoot Nation should have been.
You're so right.
The thing is, which iteration of catch point? Because the original one was Gulak, Riddle, Tracy Williams, and TJP.
Ooh, can we get
the one that doesn't have TJP?
Yeah, how about that?
Well,
why did I just hear TJP?
Because TJP was in catch point and involved. the stable I was talking about. I forgot TJP was a part of it.
Here's a multiple choice question. Which one does not belong?
TJP.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point. The whole thing is, hey, catch points, submissions. TJP.
Yeah, I understood why TJP was in it because of his submission. Because catch point was all about the submission game.
Yeah.
And then Timothy Thatcher went about his personal mission to destroy catch point.
Well, okay,
Well,
here's a thought.
point, like, if catch is catch wrestling, like TJP, he has a submission, but he wasn't exactly a catch wrestler.
No, he wasn't, which was always a weird thing.
Yeah,
like I think TJP only got added because of the submission.
Like, god damn it!
Which, when you think about it, why?
Well, put John Cena in there. He has a submission.
Which, when you think about it, the whole thing with catch point, why didn't Thatcher take over the group?
Well, which leads me to this question.
Because Thatcher was Evolve champion and everybody wanted the Evolve title.
Well, here leads to my question. Which would you mark out for most? Catch point in NXT or ring comp in NXT UK?
Fuck.
Ring comp in NXT UK.
Yeah, okay. I was just asking.
I love catch point, but really
It's the Walmart's version of ring comp. I'm sorry.
I was always a bigger Thatcher fan over Gulak.
I love Riddle and I love Gulak, but ring comp is just the best.
Not to mention they have 2/3.
They have 2/3, man. Like, all we need is the fucking longest reigning Evolve champion of all time, and we're good to go.
Something I realized about ring camp, and Traverse, I think, you'll agree with me. And Cliff, I think you'll agree with me too.
Okay.
The 3 members of ring camp, each one of them is a specialist in their own right.
Yes.
None of them are a generalist, but that's good. That's actually good because they cover areas where there's flaws.
Walter has the power game. Obviously.
Walter has the power, but he lacks technique. Walter has the power, but he lacks technique and speed. Marcel has speed, but no power. And it's
exactly like Marcel has the speed and technique, no power. Walter, he's the power, doesn't have speed. Thatcher, power, they got the technique. They all come together and they're all this big functioning machine.
It's so good. I mean, I guess Thatcher doesn't really have the speed.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Marcel has the speed. Walter has the power. Thatcher has the technique.
And I mean,
exactly.
Walter has technique. It's not like on the level of like.
But Walter's game is very simple.
It is very simple. Yeah.
I've often said with Walter, he's a wrestler from the '60s to the '80s.
Dude, when you're as big as him and as strong as him and as good as him, you don't need to do anything that crazy.
Like I said, Walter is a wrestler from the '60s and '80s for modern times.
Yes.
He has very simple moveset, but it works really well.
Yeah, it's a chop, but it's the biggest fucking chop that can chop a goddamn tree down.
I mean, his power bombs look fucking lethal.
His power bomb, oh my god. Like, I've always said Chris Benoit probably had the best like whipping power bomb, but Walter's is up there too. Like, that's another thing people don't talk about with Benoit. He probably has the best power bomb ever. Like, it looks like he fucking like just drives your head into the just drive your whole body into the mat like every time. Especially when he does it on Eddie Guerrero.
I mean, Benoit, people want to. And actually, that was actually another thing I wanted to bring up on this podcast because I was curious. So people nowadays often throw around the word strong style. Strong style this, strong style that, strong style your grandma, everything.
Strong style grandma, yes.
Everything is strong style. You walk
strong
your dog.
Style? No.
You walk your dog. Strong style. You drink a soda. Strong style.
This is not working, Brandon.
Strong style. Well, what I'm saying is, and Catch Wrestling made a point of this, saying like in his mind.
You mean Shayna's burner account?
God, no, he's awesome. Wait.
Well, Catch Wrestling made a point of saying that since Shibata had to retire, he's saying that Strong Style is essentially dead because Shibata was the last line of Strong Style wrestlers. In your opinion, how would you define Strong Style?
Just
like in the way Shibata does it, like where he's actually hitting you, where you actually think that he's hitting you.
it's choreographed, but he's it's real, physical, striking, stiff, hard hitting. I think of remember the Kobashi Sasaki thing I had on Twitter request when they did 187 chops? That's what I think of when I think of strong style.
Or
just them beating the shit out of each other for 5 minutes straight.
Or Kobashi Misawa.
Yeah.
Which is actually even more representative of strong style.
Well, I mean, Kobashi and Sasaki chopping each other for 5 minutes. I mean, how is that not strong style?
So, by definition, in your opinion, strong style is based upon the idea of professional wrestling, but a bit more physical than what average American wrestling is.
I would consider that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you see people throw it around a lot, the word strong style, and I'm like, well, what is strong style? How would you define strong style? And that
it's like when Suzuki hits a forearm, that's strong style.
When Ishii chops you in the throat, that is strong style.
So
unfortunately, when Shibata headbutts you, that is.
So I guess technically Pete, Trent, and Tyler are doing the British version of it.
Yes, because their strong style is more like technical.
And you know what I also think of? I think of Walter chopping you.
Oh, Walter. Damn.
Tell me that's not strong style.
That ain't strong style. That's death.
Timothy Thatcher wrecking your arms and your legs and your head and your neck. That is strong style.
Yeah, with him it's more like technical wrestling combined with strong, catch wrestling combined with strong style.
Yeah.
But either way, it's physical and it's gonna fucking hurt. But it's not stiff and hurt like it's gonna injure you, Nia.
No. Here's the thing about strong style.
People like Nia Jax is strong style.
Here's the thing. Here's what I've always thought about.
I would want her to try that shit with Shibata. Shibata shrugs off and headbutts her.
No, with Suzuki, come on now.
Well, the way I've always looked at it was strong style, and I practiced on my little brother. Don't ask me.
Okay.
But no, when you're a kid, you're playing with your little brother. You play wrestling. I've explained strong style to him as with professional wrestling, it typically doesn't leave a bruise. Strong style, it leaves a bruise.
Bruises.
I demonstrated this by lightly punching him, just very lightly, and then I said, "That's American pro wrestling," and then I took my fist and I rammed it into his stomach pretty hard.
You just gave him an excuse to punch him in the stomach, man.
And I said that is strong style.
You just got an excuse to punch your little brother in the stomach.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you, Brandon.
Keep in mind, he's 8.
I'm very proud of you, Brandon. I've never been so proud of you.
No.
Well, yeah, that is strong style.
My little brother and I, we also have chop battles too.
I mean, when people call Shinsuke Nakamura the king of strong style, that's because that's just kind of shit he would do. He doesn't do that as much in WWE now because
And I've also looked at percentages because I think if you were to go 100% being full contact of punching and kicking, trying to kill you, I would say in New Japan, Shinsuke was about 80%. That was his strong style.
Yeah. Suzuki's 98%.
Right. Shinsuke was about 80% as far as strong style. Now in WWE, he's about 60.
40.
50, yeah, 45.
So he's not even
I say close to 50.
Yeah,
it's not at 50, but it's close.
I mean, but then when he drove John Cena on his head, that was okay, I'm gonna go back to 70 or 80. But that's only because John Cena can't do a backflip.
And you could
why did John Cena take that move knowing that he can't do a fucking backflip?
Well, because
he thought he can handle it.
Well, he did. He didn't get injured, so that's good.
He probably also thought he could flip over enough, but he couldn't. It was just
no. It's John. John, don't I mean, it's
Thank
like when you
God
try
for
to Hurricane Rana. Just don't try it.
Thank God for that.
Plus, he has the Wolverine healing factor, so even if he did break his neck, he'd probably be back in about 5 or 6 months.
Would be true. And yeah, he didn't get hurt. So yeah.
Thank God for that.
Still,
little-
I'm back.
Hey, what's up, Jackie?
Jackie.
Not much.
Brandon talking about punching his little brother in the stomach.
I was demonstrating Japanese wrestling to him. Don't ask.
No, he wasn't. He was abusing his brother.
Yes.
That too.
Hey, I done worse. I threw a chair at my brother's head one time, gave him a concussion, and then I kicked the child in his face. So you know it's all win-win here.
Okay, now see, that's just assault. That's just assault.
I love you.
That is assault.
No. Let me explain the story, okay? He assumed my sexuality, and I felt fucking offended. So you know what? I'm gonna throw a fucking chair at his face. I'm his sister, so I can do what the fuck I want with his ass.
That is
some social justice shit about you see my gender. Eat this chair. Yeah.
Did you?
Oh my.
Look, I was 16. I was a different person back then. I didn't know how to control my fucking emotions. I still don't.
Asian went full Sabu and threw a chair.
Did you new jack him? Did you like was it like the hard part of the chair?
Look,
No, she Sabu'd his ass. She threw it. That's a Sabu move.
No, her brother was like, "Give me a chair," and then that's what happened.
you assumed I was gay. I was like, fuck that shit. You ain't finna assume my sexuality. I wasn't even into dick or pussy at the fucking time. So I
You're in the back and skull.
shut the fuck up. Keep my name out your fucking mouth. That's all I want to say.
You just crack his skull open. There's blood dripping out.
That's how Asian got off.
His hair was bleeding. I didn't get no ass whooping, so I was good. He was good. We bonded after that. We good now.
Oh, so you did crack his skull open. Damn.
So I just managed to see a little brother bleeding from an open head wound, possibly probably have a skull fracture. He's like, what? You've been talking shit.
The best part about the story is it sounds like that's when you two started getting along.
Yeah, because now he knows. Now he knows. It's like, oh no, she could actually kill me.
Nah. Because of the severe brain damage.
See, y'all think that I'll talk. I can actually beat your fucking ass. I can. I just choose not to.
Oh yeah, when you get there in April, you'll probably choose to do it. So.
Oh god, that is
and totally. I might download this video and I might cut this segment to like a whole thing just so we can have it.
That is hilarious.
How do we abuse our siblings? Siblings, let's see. I almost ran over my sister with a bicycle. She bit me once because I refused to let go of her arm.
Oh. And you know what? I don't have a sibling, so I don't have a story with it.
I mean, there was a time where I legitimately choked my cousin out, but it was very much worth it.
Right.
Oh god.
But
he tossed me off a roof, so yeah.
What? Wait, hold up.
No, and you don't tell me my situation was worse.
So
hey, you. Look, I choked. Hey, I put him to sleep. You tried to kill him. You fractured the boy's skull.
I tried to kill him, okay? I tried to knock some sense into him. I just knocked some sense.
Well, your attempt to knock some sense into him, you damn near killed the boy.
Wait, Asia, hold up. Your idea of knocking sense into someone is basically knocking the brain cells out. That's not how it works.
Look, let me
I told you she went full Sabu.
I'm gonna throw more than a fucking chair at your ass.
Here's the thing. People, would you consider the chair shots fully took knocking sense into him? Or knocking sense out of him?
Either that or the fucking belt and the switch. Which one you want to take?
The belt.
I'd rather take the belt because I don't want my skull cracked.
No, the belt is too easy. You gotta go hard ways this time.
There's hard and then there's fatal.
There's hard way and there's attempted murder.
Well, I didn't go to jail, so I'm fine.
I could just imagine Asia's parents just come in, Asia tells her what happens, they just look at her brother bleeding out, and he's like, Well, you should have been talking shit.
I
Asia,
did
That's
push
what
him.
they
I
said.
did
They was
push
like, you should have been talking shit to Adrian. You should have left her the fuck alone.
Asia, at one point,
Meanwhile, your brother's just there bleeding. Probably has a skull fracture, a concussion.
Asia, at one point, you asked, "Why am I with you?" See, I'm generous. I'm not even gonna ask that question. I know it's my fault. At this point, if I get a chair thrown in my head, I'm like, well, I deserve it.
You probably
I mean, in my case, I would have had it. I would have been justified in trying to crack my cousin's skull open. He tossed me off a freaking roof.
Like what happened? Like, what happened? Did you say? Like, you broke? Like, you probably broke a few bones, I would guess.
No, I choked him out.
Wait, what? So after he tossed you off the roof, like, you didn't get hurt that bad? Like, what happened?
Oh no, I went to the hospital. I had like a broken arm and a broken leg.
Like, what actually? Like, what happened? Like broken arm, broken like tailbone. Like, what? Like, what'd you get?
Yeah. Basically, I'll just sit on the top of my roof enjoying the sunset because that's what I do. Because that's how I unwind. And apparently, I get next thing I remember, I'm just laying on the ground in the freaking hospital, just laying on the ground, like waiting for having a gurney coming out. And I wondered what happened.
Like, this isn't the sun.
And I'm just like, wait a minute, this isn't my roof. Why is my leg twisted this way? Why is a bone protruding out of my arm? What happened to me?
How long did it take for you to register to like, oh shit, I broke a few bones?
It wasn't until I actually fainted, woke back up in the hospital, like, oh, okay, I broke some stuff.
And then how long did it take to connect that? Oh shit, my brother's an asshole.
No, it wasn't my brother. It was my cousin.
Oh, your cousin.
My mother had to tell me what happened. Because like my mother told me, he's like, you were just sitting on the roof, just doing your thing, and your cousin seemed upset about something. He found you. He was yelling at you. You didn't pay any attention, and then he just pushed you. He just pushed the chair over, and you fell. And I just looked there, and I remember this clearly, and I just looked and said, "Why?
Why?"
And my mother's just like, I don't know. Like everyone kept coming in and telling me the situation, and I just kept asking why. Until
I don't know.
Why would he fucking push me off the fucking roof?
Like, why would you do that, man? Like, I just don't understand why.
Until finally my homeboy came in who saw everything go down. He's like, why? He's like, because people at our school was making rumors on Facebook that you slept with his girl.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
I cannot tell you the amount of rage I felt.
Oh.
So you got pushed off the roof because
almost a Facebook mess.
Oh.
And let me tell you the real kicker. He came to visit me in the hospital.
Did he apologize?
Yeah, he apologized and everything. And like, he came in to hug me. I said, he's like, it's okay, I'll forgive you. And I pulled him in close. He's like, when I get out of the hospital, I'm going to fucking kill you. And he just looked at me. He just looked around, and I'm just having this smile on my face, like, it's all right, man. I love you. And then everybody just looks at him. I'm just like, it's like, you are. I just gave him the shake. So it's like, your soul is mine.
That's when
like he avoids me for just about the rest of the year.
And then what?
Like until Christmas time. Like he comes in, he's like, "You still mad at me?" He's like, "Oh no, man, no." I was just like, "Nah, it's cool, man. I'm not gonna do nothing to you."
But explain when you choked him out. Were you like Samoa Joe being like, shh?
It's like, hang on, I'll get to it. We go outside, and we're just sitting out there, like everybody's grilling and everything. We're just sitting there, like, man, it's all right, I forgive you. Like, and we just zap it up, and I just pulled him in and was like, hey man, I forgot to tell you something. I lied. I never forgot, and I immediately turned him over and just got him in the rear naked choke, laid him down, grapevine, and just put him to sleep.
How long did it take? A couple seconds.
About 20 seconds.
Damn.
Oh.
Because not only did I have it wrapped in, but I got it to the way where I lead my chin into his temple, and unconsciousness just happened instantly.
That's the proper version. That is the proper version right there. That is the tightest you can do. You can go with it.
Yeah, there was a small problem. I didn't want to let go. I went full Joe. Eyes went to the back of my head and everything.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. I'm just going in my mind like I was like, dude, we gotta let him go. We have to let him go. And then there's the part where he's like, if he dies, he dies. Vengeance will be executed. And then finally my pop just walked over and just grabbed me by my shirt collar and pulled me off.
Are we talking regular?
He's like, don't murder him.
Are we talking regular Joe or Nation of Violence Joe?
Nation of Violence.
Nation of Violence Joe.
Like all of a sudden you look in the mirror like, why do I have a dick tattoo on my fucking head? Like, what the hell is this shit? What a fuck! Oh my
fucking Christ!
Like his motor is just horrified. I was like, why you did this to my baby? I was like, hey, your baby shouldn't have tossed me off a fucking roof.
So, wrestling.
Wrestling. Oh yeah, wrestling.
Oh.
All right, this podcast is actually.
What are we going to talk about halftime heat?
Yes. Yeah.
It was alright.
Okay, I'm gonna try to transition. So, Alistair. So, first of all, fuck the Super Bowl. That shit sucked. That shit was boring. I fell asleep.
Dude, they had a
play down this halftime heat.
Bro, I was so done with that Super Bowl.
Even my grandma, who's a hardcore Patriots fan, was like, "Man, this game is boring."
they had a promo for halftime heat. Velveteen Dream said, "This is bigger than Maroon 5."
Yeah,
damn,
it was.
Can
I just point out that they buried the shit out of Panama Sunrise?
Oh
yeah, they did. And again,
Panama Sunrise got buried.
And no, you forgetting the real crime. Once again, Petey Williams sheds his hair.
Again, the whole thing with the Canadian Destroyers, no one's supposed to kick out of it.
The disrespect the big Petey, little Petey Pump. It's a damn shame. Yeah,
but really, just the fact that they let him hit it was cool.
So yeah, is it safe to say the Canadian Destroyer is no longer banned?
I guess not. Just variations of it, I guess.
Like, Rey Mysterio. I mean, I guess Ray does whatever he wants, so whatever.
Well, the thing about the Canadian Destroyer, again, that's often brought up is that really the move actually isn't that dangerous because the flip removes some of the momentum going down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like a fucking standard pile driver where it's like.
Yeah, like with the Canadian Destroyer, you do the flippy, then land. Pile driver is just like pick up, drop.
Like, it's not the fucking vertebraker because that shit, no matter what you do, will kill you.
Yeah, we're never gonna see the vertebraker again.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's a miracle that Shane Helms pulled that off all those times and never hurt somebody.
And the fact that they gave it to the Hurricane. Like, okay, this goofy superhero has one of the most dangerous variations of a pile driver.
Think about it. His two finishers are a choke slam from a joke finisher because it's a fucking Hurricane, and then
one of the most deadliest moves in wrestling.
That's the equivalent. If you have Santino Marella, his first finisher is the Cobra, and his second finisher is like the Burning Hammer. Like wait,
those two things don't
work. This doesn't fit.
Something does not go well with this picture. I can't tell which.
Which most people don't realize.
There's tonal dissonance.
Which people don't realize the 3 ways to take the vertebraker. You guys know what the 3 ways are, right?
Yes.
I think so.
You lean your head back, but if you do that, you're going to land smack on your face.
Right.
You can press your neck.
It will hurt, but I don't think you'll break anything.
You can press your neck. It's going to fucking suck.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a very, very bad day.
Yeah. And then you do what you're supposed to do, which is lean your head forward. You're going to land, quote, where your head meets your neck meets your spine.
Yeah. The safest way.
And all of those areas are going to have an intimate conversation, and you better pray to God that it's not permanent.
So let's just think about that. The safest way to do this is by landing on your spine. That's the safest way to do it.
It took a minute to realize what that part was. Because Adam Lafayette talked about it on Wall Culture. He talked about he's basically talking about where your spine is connected from your shoulder blade to your back.
Yeah.
If you trace your arm trace your hand down your back. You stop down at the center of the back, down towards the bottom of your neck, towards the top of your back. That's where you would land.
I love when he made the list. He put that in the top 5, but he put the Style Clash at number 1, and he was basically just like, "Look, you don't tuck your chin, you're fine. Tuck your chin, you done fucked up."
But with the Vertebreaker, you're fucked no matter what.
But with the Style Clash, you can avoid it.
And number 4, the Dragon Screw Neck Whip. Why do wrestlers hate necks?
I hope no one is ever stupid enough to bring that move back.
That move. Wait, can we never see that move again?
No.
Wait, don't they do it in New Japan, or no? They don't even do it in New Japan, do they?
No, they don't. No, they don't. The only thing that's possibly closest to it is Twisted Shout from Tanahashi, but that's just Tanahashi standing up, goes for a suplex, and then just does the twist.
And it's basically a standard neck breaker.
Yeah. It's like the fisherman's neck breaker without the fisherman part.
Exactly. This is like, I'm going to twist your fucking head.
Not on top of that, down. I'm going to place you on the top rope where you have no leverage whatsoever, then do possibly a Dragon Screw leg whip, but instead of your leg, I'm going to use your head.
I forgot it was a top rope move, too. Fuck.
Yeah, top rope.
Yeah, whoever came up with that. Yeah, when Tanahashi, the master of the Dragon Screw, doesn't use it, no one should use it.
And again, the Burning Hammer. A move so dangerous that Kenta Kobashi, the inventor of it, only used it 5 times. And they were match enders.
7.
But then Brian...
7?
Yeah, 7 times.
Okay, 7 times.
But then Brian Kendrick does it on a CWC and fucking Ibushi.
And nearly ruins Ibushi's life because Ibushi landed square on the top of his head.
Well, he kicked out at 2 anyway, so that's okay.
I just want to get one rant out.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Related. Guys, what month is it today?
Oh boy, it is Black History Month.
Oh, I know what this is about. This is about Gucci, isn't it?
It's Black History Month, and you know...
I'm going to post the picture in chat.
Despite the fact that it is Black History Month, white people want to act dumb as fuck and still, for some reason, think it's okay to blackface.
I'm going to show this in chat. If anyone even dares...
I've seen it. Not only is it hella racist, but I looked at the price of it. That thing is almost $1,000.
Why do y'all think it's okay to fucking blackface?
Excuse me, that thing is almost $1,000. Excuse me.
I think it is.
Yep, it's what you think it is.
Oh yeah, Jackie. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat. I'll put it in the YouTube chat and I'll put it in the Hangout chat. You see it and tell me it's not blackface.
They have like.
It's fucking cute to do blackface.
It's down to the Jim Crow lips. Down to the Jim Crow lips. Even
Bro, that's some pickaninny stuff right there, man.
Oh man.
They have like full black ski masks that can cover the face if you're cold.
Oh, which leads me to another thing. Some idiot said, y'all complaining about the Gucci thing, but you're perfectly fine with this, and he shows the black ski mask, and I'm like,
it's not the same.
You idiot.
That is not that. Like, bro, for one, there's no red lips on the ski. There's no lips on the ski mask, bro. So you already your argument has gone invalid.
They're to make you look basically camouflaged, like to hide your identity. Like that's the fucking purpose.
Exactly, that's the purpose when the dudes in the Marines do it. To hide their appearance from the enemy post so they don't get caught and shot.
The big red lips aren't gonna hide you.
Or if
anything, big red lips are gonna expose you, stupid.
Or if it's cold outside, you wear those ski masks to keep your ears warm.
Definitely. Oh, I definitely need one of those, especially when it snows. Woo.
But the red lips, that is
so bad.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, that was some straight up pickaninny stuff, man.
I told Asia, how did no one, not even for a modicum of a second, think that was a bad idea?
Like Asia.
Here's the thing. You want to know the thing? You want to know the thing, Brandon?
They think about the fucking black audience. They just think about money. That's it. That's fucking it. But they don't fucking know what's the problem and how that looks when it comes to other audiences, specifically the black community. They just think about fucking money.
Asia, I'm an idiot. Yes, this leads to something. But you showed me that. How long did it take for you to say, "Oh yeah, that's blackface"?
You knew immediately off the fucking bat.
Like it doesn't take fucking how?
Here's the thing. When I first saw it, I ain't even think blackface. I thought from the red lips, I was like, bro, there's some pickaninny stuff.
I didn't see the lips. I just saw the skin. No, I was like,
that's the thing. I pointed out the lips to you. Like I was at first you would think, yeah, this is the blackface stuff. Then you see the red lips. Then that's a whole different conversation right there. Oh, that makes me think back. You remember when how was Looney Tunes? No, it was remember the old 40s cartoons, like those. Yeah,
like Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
Looney Tunes did it too.
They did it too, and I thought of that, and I'm just like, oh my god.
They had Bugs Bunny do that type of stuff. Bugs Bunny. The face of Looney Tunes.
Along with their war propaganda episodes, right along the time of World War II.
Yep.
Again, Daffy Duck got drafted.
Oh,
yep.
Forgot about that.
But I just wanted to get that out there, and I believe it's in 2 weeks that it's going to be Tessa Blanchard versus Taya Valkyrie for the Knockouts title in the street fight.
Woohoo!
Fuck yeah.
Oh, jeez, I need to catch up on my Impact.
Oh, God.
Gail Kim's going to get involved, and it's going to be
fun. You know it.
I'm just waiting for the fucking day they put Scarlett Bordeaux in the title scene. I'm just going to shake my head.
No, you know what? I don't even think Gail's going to get involved. Watch this. I bet Tessa's going to win back the title just so she can defend it against Gail.
I'm going to ask you guys a question.
Y'all can quote me right there. I'm making that prediction right there.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you guys think Scarlett Bordeaux is winning the Knockouts title this year?
No.
Not this year.
No. Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace or Kiera Hogan.
Yeah. Because I'm afraid they're going to push Scarlett because of just the views she gets.
No, they're going to push her, but they're not going to put the belt on until probably mid next year at the most.
Impact is really good at picking and choosing their champions.
Yeah.
If I had to predict who she takes it off of, I would say Kiera Hogan.
Yeah, that makes sense, like a baby face.
See, I would say Jordan. I would think she would find some kind of fluky way to get it off, take it off Jordan.
Which, speaking of Impact picking and choosing champions, the fact that they have yet to give Cross the belt is surprising.
Yeah, I guess Mundo's still the champion, right?
Yeah. I mean, but still, this is the company that put the belt on Austin Aries twice,
and Alberto El Patron
twice.
By the way, some form of Impact. Isn't it like some form of Impact, not knockouts, some form of Impact World Champion supposed to be returning by April 4th?
No clue.
No clue, but if I had to...
it ain't going to be Chris Sabin. It ain't going to be Chris Sabin because he's out.
Chris Sabin out for a whole year with that ACL surgery.
Wait, Asia, you said you think it's going to be Austin Aries?
I think it's going to be Austin Aries.
You think they want to do it so they can continue the Johnny Impact thing?
No, I'm thinking they might have him feud with Sami Callihan because him and Sami Callihan got beef.
Well, no, that's the thing. How can they not address how Austin left the company?
Oh, they're going to address it, but watch them find some way to make it out that he was the babyface, and just so they can have him feud with Sam. No, as a matter of fact, no, they're probably gonna have Sammy be the babyface, if anything.
Oh God, dude, those are two mega. Those two cannot be babyfaces. No.
Oh man,
I'm not cheering for either of them. I'm cheering for the match.
I might actually have to root for Austin Aries in that feud. I'm gonna
root for Sleep.
That upset my stomach.
I'm gonna take some of those Kelly Klein sleeping pills that I've been telling you about.
Oh man, I'm gonna be so upset if she beats Mayu.
Fucking hell.
You please don't beat Mayu.
When is that, by the way?
It's coming up because Mayu's already in America.
Yeah, the apparently she had a bad time. She lost her luggage. Oh gosh, she's the female Ibushi.
So I could go ahead and bury myself.
They lost her luggage, and she was just like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Somebody, can someone please?
Without adult supervision.
Did someone from AAA put something in her luggage and she had to take it out?
Oh, that's right. I was going to talk about that.
Talk about it, Brandon. Mention to the people.
Okay. So,
I'm going to say this. Brandon told us before we went on the air in fact, do you guys want to end it here after this story?
Wait, AAA. Wait, does this have anything to do about the situation with Chrono?
No, this was way.
No, this is back in good old 2012. A simpler time.
Oh, whoa! What is this?
Tell him, Brandon.
Hang on, spill the tea.
What's going on?
Okay, so this was back when Io was in a relationship with a
this story.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
This is back when she was in a relationship with a Kazushingi Nosawa.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about because I did a Wikipedia search on Io when they brought that up.
On May 23rd, 2012, Odate and Nosawa were arrested at the Narita International Airport in Narita, Chiba, upon their return from Mexico under suspicion of trying to smuggle 75 grams of marijuana hidden inside paintings of the two into the country. Both Odate and Nosawa denied the charges, claiming that the paintings were gifts from fans. Odate was released from a detention center on June 12th. On June 21st, Odate held a press conference publicly apologizing to her fans, employers, and co-workers, while again denying the charges. Odate later also revealed she had not considered retirement, but wanted to work again and regain the trust of her peers and fans. Needless to say, she did that, while also revealing that she and Nosawa had ended their relationship. On June 28th, Japan's public prosecutor's office decided not to prosecute Odate over the incident. On July 9th, Mexico-based Japanese wrestler Takuya Sugi held a press conference and confessed to planting the drugs on Shirai and Nosawa. According to Sugi, Masahiro Hayashi, who worked as a liaison between AAA and Japan, and who had a personal grudge with Nosawa, had promised him a contract extension with AAA in exchange for the deed. So basically,
some sucker got played, and he almost screwed up Io's career.
Yep. So basically, he got screwed over by Io's boyfriend at the time, and he got so mad, so in his feelings, that he was going to ruin her career in the both their careers in the process.
And people, if you wonder why AAA is a bad wrestling promotion,
this is why. Dude, I read that when I looked up Io about a couple months ago, and I was so mad. I was like, wow. Really?
I mean, this is just an example of how that goes.
That is some fucked up ass shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, if I was Io, bro, I would have flew back to Mexico and gave that man his ass. I would have beat the brakes off that dude.
I hope they...
You had me thrown in jail.
I hope they... Yeah, I was going to say, I hope they get the Vince McMahon steroid trial treatment. I hope the fucking government gets all that shit. And I don't think they're going to be like Vince. I don't think they're going to win.
Dude, AAA is just the fucking goddamn worst.
They just...
Oh, man.
And they're working with AEW.
They are. Oh man, Cody, you'd have made you a bad choice, bro.
Did you need Pentagon and Phoenix that badly?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Phoenix ain't really with AAA anymore, and I don't think Pentagon is either.
They're they've worked a few temporary dates. They have a weird working thing with them. They be working on it.
Oh, because I remember the last time I seen Phoenix, he was doing a show at CMLL.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a while ago.
I guess honestly, here's the thing. I understand that certain wrestling promotions need the talent, but don't work with shitty promoters and shitty companies.
What with AAA?
I swear, bro. Yo, I love Pentagon and Phoenix, but they are not worth working with AAA, bro.
They're not.
There's some things that I like about AAA, but the fact is, like, they have some really good people, especially with their luchadores. Like,
They have
good
great
friend of
wrestlers, but
Taya's
you have to
and Lady
admit, like,
Shani, current Reina de Reinas.
Jackie,
Oh yeah, they got great wrestlers. Hell, Mel was there.
But their
management is so
It's
shitty.
it's beyond garbage.
Didn't Johnny Mundo hold like 3 titles there?
On that bullshit. They have been on that bullshit since their founder died.
This is the same company that screwed Taya out of the Reina del Reinas title just because they wanted Sexy Star back.
Whom, may we remind you, broke someone's arm.
Stabbed Rosemary and broke her arm.
Fuck
Never
off.
forgive him for that. Which, I would say this, you know what, because Dolce Garcia is such a crap person, then I really hope she gets what she deserves, because AAA is fickle anyways. Strip her of the legal rights to use the Sexy Star name and character, since you own that anyways, and put somebody new under that mask. There is no worse punishment for a luchador than seeing somebody else take up your gimmick and do it better.
Yeah, that is the ultimate disrespect. That is the ultimate disrespect right there.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying get on that ultimate disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sexy Star deserves it. She deserves it.
She deserves it. Give it to somebody else. Take the Sexy Star name and mask and give that to somebody new. Somebody new. 'Cause you know what? Sexy Star the character has potential, but Dolce Garcia the person is crap.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I recently saw a video from DJ Z talking about the situation. Rosemary had no idea what had went down.
No, she went back on Lance Storm's podcast. She was like, I guess Sexy had like some issues with Shani and Hamada, and it seemed like Rosemary was literally just an innocent bystander in the middle of all this bullshit drama that Sexy Star had with other women.
Wasn't it like everyone else was shooting on each other, and then she just happened to shoot on Rosemary?
Yeah, everybody was shooting on each other except Rosemary. Rosemary was only doing the work stuff, but Shani, Hamada, and Sexy was just going at each other because they hated her. And then Sexy Star.
Mexico.
Yeah. And then Sexy Star decided, oh, you guys are stiffing me, so I'm gonna stiff the one person who hasn't stiffed me.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, Rosemary even said, she's like, I'm not sure what was going through her head. It was just like, she attacked me literally because she was just on some bullshit. She had some issues with Shani and Hamada.
That makes no fucking sense.
I'm afraid of them, so I'm gonna make an example out of you because I'm so mad. Fucking bitch.
And the thing is, she left afterwards, and then Imperial apparently had to make her come back, and she gave a half-ass apology to Rosemary. And apparently, Shani and Hamada was looking to take their head off, son.
Oh yeah, they were pissed.
Actually, believe it or not,
they were just like, let us get our hands on this bitch.
Hey, Cliff, don't close this out yet. I actually have another rant.
Oh shit! Okay.
This is on not a smaller scale, kind of, sort of, in the same vein as the Rosemary thing. Okay, Traverse, you know what I'm talking about. So
Yoshiko.
Yep, good old Yoshiko.
Who?
Oh, Asia, you don't know.
Asia, you know that trend that Catch Wrestling that I put up about Yoshiko and that one guy commented about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that shit. Oh.
It's the bitch that beat the shit out of yeah.
So there was this guy that was posting essentially a thread of like the top 15, 20 women's wrestlers ever or whatever.
No, I think top 20 wrestlers who had like murky past or something like that, I believe.
or something like that. And he talked about like all the great matches, that there's still great matches. And one of them that was mentioned was Yoshiko.
Right.
And for the uninitiated with Stardom, Yoshiko has a very infamous reputation because Yoshiko apparently had such a gigantic ego trip just as a person, because she held the Stardom red belt for so long, and because apparently none of the other girls she thought were as good as her. The one of the girls, I'm trying to think, what's her name?
I know her name, but man, I cannot pronounce that name for anything.
Akia Yasakura or something like that, right? Asakura?
I think it's Ak something.
Show me the name. Put it, copy and paste it in Hangouts. That was all you had to say it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm trying to.
But yeah, TLDR, Yoshiko beat the shit out this girl.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Just like 2 minutes, like the match lasts 2 minutes, she just beat the shit out of her, bloodied her up.
ACTYAS UKAWA.
Act Yasuka.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Yoshiko beats the shit out of her. And I mean beats the shit out of her.
See, remember we were talking about strong style? This is not strong
This is the bad type of strong style right here.
Yeah, see, this is the 100%.
This is that, like, I am not on some pro wrestling shit. I am on some full-on MMA. Like,
well, remember, we were going on strong style percentages, 80, 85%. This is 100%.
This is, I'm trying to kill this person.
Yes.
She beats Ak so bad, like, because apparently Ak had problems with her face and her nose and her eyes. She apparently broke her cheeks. Her cheekbones were all fucked up. Her nose was fucked up.
Yep. Her eye was messed up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she was forced into retirement.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yoshiko beat this poor girl into retirement.
God.
And here's the thing. You know who was there to witness it? Io.
Ruby, right?
Ruby.
What?
Yup. I think Dakota was too.
I think so.
They might have been. Yeah, this was really early on, and they were doing tours there at the time.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I thought Yoshiko just got blacklisted. I thought she was done.
Nope.
No. They're very forgiving there.
She was suspended for a bit.
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah, just a bit. I think, like, what?
But my thing is, was she banned from Stardom though?
No.
Yes, she's never coming back there.
Okay, I'm cool with that, because like Stardom was like, look, you can compete anywhere you want, but you ain't coming back here.
Okay, good.
Oh wow.
Like, it's an unofficial ban in the sense that, like, they will never let her back in for that incident. That's a lot of bad publicity and not something they need on their hands.
But basically, this guy...
By any means. But yeah, that's sort of a small and fairly common thing in Japanese culture, where it's like, you can retire for a little bit, a few years, and pop up a couple years later and be like, I want to wrestle again.
Well,
remember, she was forced into retirement at 29 years old. 29 or 30 years old.
Yeah, even for that. Like I said, I don't know if that's exactly right, but if that's how the Japanese people feel...
Like, to me though, it's still no excuse for Yoshiko to beat the shit. Like, you have such an ego trip, and you have such a high opinion of yourself that you feel like no one else is above you, and you want to pigeonhole every other woman because, oh hey,
whoa, okay,
they're not as badass as me. Quote, and that's legitimately what she thinks, because she apparently was a character wrestler, you know, and Yoshiko hated that, so she decided to beat the shit out of her for it.
So I know a lot about the Yoshiko incident. I've read about it forever. I went into World Culture. It was number 2
It's on YouTube.
It was number
It's still on YouTube.
Well, here's what I want to get to. I have one more story, and then I gotta get out of here because I never knew about this. It was number 10. It was number 2 on the top 10 shocking Japanese wrestling incidents that you need to know about. Want to know what number 1 is? I did not know about this. Kensuke Sasaki kills a trainee.
Yep.
Wait, you guys know about this?
Yep.
Yeah, I know about Kensuke Sasaki.
Damn, Japan.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Japan used to be wilding out.
They do not play.
During training?
There was also that bit on that What Culture list about the great Sasuke and the Dirt Bike Kid.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Is this the shoot fight or the shoot match where like Sasuke just went off and kicked this dude like to beat him to shit?
Yeah,
what was his name? Like the Dirt Bike Kid or something?
Yeah, and as we can all agree, he sounds like a pretty radical fellow.
Oh, he was so radical.
I remember that.
He was so radical, he wouldn't sell his fucking moves.
My favorite thing was when Inoki beat up the great Antonio.
Oh, that was great. Oh, that was beautiful. Well,
Like, here's the thing, man. Inoki tried to be civil, but Antonio was like, nope, me no sell. And Inoki was like, okay, I'll make you sell. And he just starts kicking and smacking and kicking him.
but basically with I love that. It's like just don't fuck with Inoki ever. But with like Sasuke Dirt Bike Kid, like I remember. I'm trying to remember. I think it was just Dirt Bike Kid just no sold everything, and he just did a whole move at once.
A lot of it was because for one thing, the promotion they were wrestling, Sasuke owned the promotion.
Yeah, well, that helps.
Like the picture of him with all the belts. Yeah, he fucking runs that company.
Oh God.
Well, I guess that explains everything.
And the thing is, the promotion was founded on the idea of kind of a mix of Japanese wrestling and lucha libre, where you have to wear a mask. The Dirt Bike Kid didn't want to wear a mask.
He wasn't Japanese lucha. He was
radical.
He was radical Dirt Bike. He looked like a random Karate Kid villain.
He was extreme, man.
Extreme, dude.
He's a monster.
Yeah, well, he extremely got fucked up too.
He got extremely messed up.
Because what happened
and sounds like some backyarder from the 90s.
He was doing like spin kicks, I think. He just
was a backyarder. You could probably tell with him he was probably a backyarder.
I think
what happens
he was in like a gi. He was doing spin kicks.
So what happens is the Dirt Bike Kid doesn't want to wear the mask, or he doesn't want to wear the helmet. So Sasuke takes that as a sign of great disrespect. He basically
disrespect a man in his own promotion.
Exactly.
Sasuke.
That's how you get fucked up.
Sasuke throws the guy on the ground, kicks him in the ribs, I think like 16 times, and then proceeds to choke him out, legit, like full on blood choke.
Oh yeah, he was looking to kill this boy.
Yeah. You're talking about the Sasuke. I mean, the kicks he put on this poor boy. Oh my god.
Don't
here's the thing. I went into the beginning of it feeling that Sasuke was justified, but then he went for the blood choke, and I was like, you can let him go now.
Wait,
Sasuke, he ain't worth it, my guy.
Did you not see those kicks he was laying into him though?
Oh God, those
One of the kicks, he literally like jumped up and just like right to the abdomen, like while he was down, just like a soccer kick. He did a legit soccer kick to his midsection. He was probably bleeding through his midsection. Like it was nasty.
Sasuke was done with this kid's shit.
He was done.
That is rough. He was done with that guy's shit.
Don't mess around in Japan with legends like that, or else, yeah.
Like Jackie said, never disrespect a man in his own promotion. That's how you get fucked up in these streets.
That especially, yeah. Don't do that. But I think we'll end it here because holy fuck, we've gone long, and this is one of my favorite episodes we've done. So guys,
wait, let's not go off air just yet. Because I want to circle back around to something Asia said very, very quickly.
Okay.
Which is, And this comes right in time for Black History Month, too. Congratulations to my man Jay Lethal for breaking the record
Yes!
for the non-championship reign.
God damn it.
Lethal, the almighty God.
Oh, yeah.
Over 400 days, my people. 400 days. Over 400.
That man is the face of Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, you want to face of the company? There he is.
They don't deserve
He is
him.
the franchise.
They don't
So
deserve
that's the
him.
name.
They really don't, Cliff. They do not deserve him.
Their face of the company should be Matt Taven.
And that's probably who they're going to have drop the belt to him too.
Oh, it's disgusting.
But anyways, yep, congrats to my man Jay Lethal. So just in time for Black History Month, that timing could not be better.
It couldn't. That's awesome. And it couldn't happen to a better wrestler, a better guy. Jay Lethal's the fucking man. I mean, Becky Lynch is the man, but Jay Lethal's the god. So yeah, there you go.
Jay Lethal's the franchise.
Exactly.
Best respected.
But yeah, guys, let's end it here. I mean, half of it was about wrestling. The other half, I don't know what was, but thank you guys.
I just want to point out one thing.
Okay.
Fuck Ella.
Oh my god.
Fuck Ella.
What did she do now?
She blocked me on Twitter.
What did you say?
I didn't even do anything.
You sure it's not Twitter being a bitch?
Your bullying of Ella doesn't even happen on Twitter. It happens during the TwitWow chat.
And it's when she says stupid things.
It's just your gimmick. You just hate Ella.
And I even DM'd her and told her, like, dude, this is just a gimmick. Chill. And she blocked me. Well, fine. Well, fuck you too. Then I was going to stop being rude to you, but no. So now you decided to block me. So now I'm going to spend my podcast trashing you. I'm going to spend my podcast burying you every chance I get.
So you don't disrespect a woman to her.
Oh man, so that's Ashton and Ella. We're getting a list here of people with buried.
Look, I think Asia would agree. It is Ella. She deserves the burial.
She does.
Where's my shovel?
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Jackie? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you could go back to Jay Lethal. I am very, very happy for him. He deserves this.
He definitely deserves it, especially with all the garbage that went on after he first won the title with Taylor Hendricks. Oh man.
Yep. Which I want to ask now because I asked this back then, and I want to see if your opinions have changed in any way. So, Ferris and Asia, since you two are the only black people on this podcast, tell me, is Jay Lethal the greatest black wrestler of all time? Or at least
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he beat Jay Briscoe. That solved it right there for me.
Yep. Yeah.
Kick a fucking redneck.
Beat a homophobic redneck at that.
Yep. Beat a fucking redneck.
Now I will say this. I think a lot of the guys today can come close. Like Velveteen Dream, Keith Lee, Shane Strickland. I think those three, and Bianca Belair, for God's sakes, those four can come close. I think that will come close to Jay Lethal when their careers are said and done. Like I have to say that. As far as being the best black wrestler ever, I think those four are just getting started on really getting there. Especially, I see Shane Strickland as the face of a company.
And you want to know another redneck? Jay Lethal beat AJ Styles.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
And we're talking New Japan AJ Styles.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
Hit him with a cradle pile driver right in front of Jerry Lynn.
Was one of the best parts of the X Division and is carrying ROH to this day.
Yeah. Jay Lethal is the GOAT, and
he is the man. He is
continue to walk around with his belt that might as well be made of cardboard because it don't mean nothing compared to the franchise.
Exactly. This is Jay Lethal's world, and we all should be blessed to be living in it.
And if you don't like it, and ladies and gentlemen, that was your lethal injection.
Go to your room.
Goddamn. Oh, fuck. Okay. I tried to have it anyway. All right. For the TPA podcast. It's been Cliff. It's been Asia. It's been Jarvis. It's been fucking everyone. Jackie, Brandon. Thank you guys for tuning in. And remember.
Oh.